Idea to execution. Large and small, simple to complex, top-notch printing, custom signage, or a direct mail marketing campaign, the professionals at Sir Speedy are here to help. You'll always get the quality products, personalized service, and experience you've come to expect. So bring us your challenges and we'll work with you to solve them. We're your local resource for creative solutions. Beautiful, inventive, smart, everything you need. At Sir Speedy, we do it all.
Have you heard what happened to those with curious minds? They packed up, broke free of conventions. These prospectors of knowledge are blazing a new trail, joining the long line of those who sought adventure and prepared for anything. This is the time. This is the place. Bring forth a pioneer.
Rivertown Grill in Williamstown is now open for lunch on Saturdays and Sundays. Enjoy your meal and the warm weather on our outdoor patio. We have all your lunch favorites, like sandwiches, salads, wings, burgers, and more. Be sure to follow us on Facebook for our weekly food specials. Join us soon for lunch on Saturday and Sunday at Rivertown Grill in Williamstown.
Welcome back to CAS 45's coverage of Marietta College football. Brian Austin, the Andy Waddle Show here. And, Coach, first of all, let's start with last week. Big win on the road. You were outgained in yards, but it didn't show on the scoreboard. You guys did really well.
Yeah, you know, I mean, they're at the end of the game. We did a really good job of controlling the game clock, which is ultimately at that stage in the game, you get a couple touchdown lead. That becomes more important than the yardage. We also got a defensive touchdown, so, you know, steals a possession but gets points on the board. So proud of our guys that put together a great effort and came away with the W.
I was going to say, that's got to be satisfying to you as a head coach because you played well in all three phases, you know, special teams, offense, defense, and got a good quality win on the road.
Yeah, I mean, there's certainly some things that we want to be able to be a little bit better at, and so we see that we notice those things as coaches. We try to address those things as as a team and a program. But all in all, it was a solid effort by all three accounts.
All right, so coming into today, you are 3-1. You are 2-1 in the OAC. You got to like where you're at right now.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, you know, we dropped the one against Mount Union, which you know, was frustrating. I felt like we could have done some things a little bit better, but Mount Union's a really, really good team, and so we knew that one was going to be a challenge. So we've won the rest of them, and big challenge and big opportunity today.
All right, I don't want to be Johnny Raincloud here, but you guys have not beaten John Carrol before, and so what are your thoughts as you come in today at a home game here?
Yeah, well, this team's never played John Carrol before, so you know, I mean, every year is different, every team is different. These guys, we're not focused about that. We're worried about right now going out and putting our best game that we can play together, and we think that we've got a good team and a good opportunity to go get a W today.
So you look at their roster, you look at your roster. You guys match up really well. They're a little bit more experienced. They've got a lot of grad students that play for them, especially on offense. How do you match up? Do you feel against the Blue Streaks this afternoon?
I mean, I think that you look at them, and I think that we have some similarities. You know, obviously they have grad school there, so it's a little easier to get the kids to come back for the fifth year. They had a kid transfer in that was a grad student, you know, who'd been at a Division I school before, and so they have some advantages maybe in that standpoint of just having more veterans. But you know, I think that our quarterbacks are similar players. I think that they run kind of a multiple of running backs. I think their running backs are good. I think we've got a good running back. They got a really good wide receiver. We've got a really good wide receiver. You know, I think that they've got a good and experienced defensive line. I think similar for us. And, you know, there's a lot of similarities. Hopefully we'll be able to show that on the field, and the guys will show up and be ready to play.
So I asked you this 2 weeks ago. I'll ask you again today. Are you healthy going into today? I know last time you said you're never healthy, right? Especially when you get 4 or 5 games into the season. But how was your prep this week?
Yeah, I mean, we have a couple guys that are going to try to suit up today and go, but, you know, didn't practice or missed parts of practice. Practiced a little bit, but certainly missed parts of practice because of injuries and bumps and bruises. You know, that's a reality of football. I wish that it wasn't, but it's a reality of football, and hopefully we'll be out there and be able to go full strength today.
So finish this sentence for me, and I'll let you go. Marietta wins today if
we score more points than they do. I mean, listen, John Carroll's going to make plays. Marietta College is going to make plays. We've managed to win the turnover battle. I think that's going to be an important thing. We want to be good in the red zone. We want to be good in short yardage on both offense and defense. We want to prevent the big play and, all the things that are traditional things that you need to do to go win games. And so we'll need to do all those today.
All right, hopefully Marietta gets their first win against JC today. Andy, thank you so much for your time. Best of luck.
Thank you. Go Pios.
All right, Jim Wharton and I will have the call when we come back on CAS 45's coverage of Marietta College football. Stay tuned. We're coming right back.
It's spooky season, so I'm getting my costume ready. But you don't have to be afraid of slow internet speeds or high prices with internet from CAS Cable. Right now, new customers can buy 1 month of internet service from CAS Cable and get a second month free. This is one deal you can count on.
I was out doing this one day, then this happened. Not cool. So I went to Murray's. Talked to Dennis. He rocks. Like, he literally rocks. They got me fixed up super fast, hassle-free. It was awesome. That's why I keep going back. When glass breaks, call Murray's.
Murray's will replace damaged insulated residential glass and a 10-year guarantee on seals from the manufacturer. Replacement units are made right here in the USA. Murray's, your trusted source for replacement glass for 75 years.
Jeremiah's Coffee House, now at 165 Front Street in downtown Marietta, is more than just the best coffee in town. We have a full menu of locally sourced homemade soups, sandwiches, and salads. Plus, all of our items are gluten-free or have gluten-free options, including our delicious desserts. Stop by the new location and spend some time outside on the patio. And of course, we have the highest quality coffee around. Stop by and see us today, or check us out online at jeremiahscoffeehouse.com.
Welcome back to Marietta College and Don Drum Stadium. Brian Nost and Jim Wharton. A couple of minutes away from kick here, and Marietta has won the toss. They've elected to defer to the second half. Jim, who's in charge down there today?
Well, we've talked about both teams for Marietta and for John Carroll. The third team is our officiating crew. The referee is Steve Grove. The umpire is Scott Soha. The linesman is Jordan Boone. The line judge is Victor Banjo. The field judge is Nathan DeGospers. The side judge is Adam Barnes. And the back judge is Jared Davis.
Starting on offense for John Carroll, they're going to get the football. We mentioned the quarterback, Joe Collins. He's 6'1", 205. He's a graduate student, averaging 248 yards a ball game. He's thrown for nearly 1,000 on the year, and he has 10 touchdown passes. In the backfield, it's going to be a trio of guys: Evan McVeigh, Matthew Buser, and Mason Sullivan for the Blue Streaks. And those three guys together are very, very powerful. And I was talking to their play-by-play guys, Jim. They're very interchangeable too on this offense. All three of them are equally a dangerous threat.
Yeah, you get a fresh set of wheels almost every down or every other down.
And that, they said that they play them about a series at a time. So you want to talk about fresh wheels. What a great asset to have when you've got three guys that can come in with fresh wheels. Tight end is Lucas DeRazio. Also wide receivers are Tyler Mintz. He's got 10 catches on the year for 1 touchdown. As far as another wide receiver, Joe Torok, 8 catches, 2 touchdowns. Across the front, they've got 268 pounds average. They're pretty big across the front. Marietta counters that with a defensive line of, let's see, they've got 261 as far as their average goes. My bad. Malik Melton, Isaiah McCartney, Chance Knight, and Jake Visnick across the front for Marietta.
And for John Carroll, their offensive line, they're anchored by their center, Matt Rather, who's a preseason All-American, and that line for the Blue Streaks has only given up 1 sack this entire season. So they are a formidable group up front, and they will give their quarterback, Joe Collins, some great protection.
Should be a good one today, Jim. You know, and I expect this to be a close ball game. You know, Marietta, in talking with Andy, we just heard it there a minute ago. We've got to play our best football today to have a chance against these guys, because you know they are the number 13 team in the country. Their only loss coming to Wisconsin Whitewater early on in the year.
One of the Division III powerhouses in the country, year in and year out. They're in the playoffs, and more often than not, they're playing for the national championship. And that, I believe, was a 27-24 game in week 1.
And they were in it till the very last few seconds. They were in that sucker.
I think 40 seconds to go, the game-winning touchdown.
Yeah. All right, we're set to go here in Marietta, and the Pioneers will kick off. And a knuckleball is taken by one of the up men. John Carroll will have good field position as they start out.
And Marietta special teams just zoned in on the guy and brought him down for a shortened pickup on the kickoff.
So Joe Collins, the 6'1", 205-pound grad student, is the quarterback. Starting in the backfield is going to be number 20, Mason Sullivan. Averages 5 yards a carry. He's got a couple of touchdowns. They'll go with 2 wide receivers in the set and a tight end. So here we go. And already Collins wants to throw, and he does on the outside to Dorian Faison Jr.
Just a one-on-one situation there with Faison, and a nice little pickup for first down and bring up about 2nd and 4.
Faison, one of the few freshmen that start on this ball club for John Carroll. Like we said, they are experienced. So 2nd and 4 for the Blue Streaks. Collins, 2-step drop, and that same wide receiver, Faison, has it again at the 50, across the 50, down to the 48-yard line. First down, John Carroll.
Jalen Hierro Gordon in on the tackle for Marietta. Across the midfield for the first time today.
Gordon, one of our leading tacklers for the Pioneers. 1st and 10, ball at the 48. Mason Sullivan across the right side. He's got all kinds of room on the outside. He's a stocky little guy.
Great blocking. He had a nice little lane of just clear sailing there for the pickup of first down.
Sullivan, 6'1", 205, but he's built like a linebacker.
Came in today with 37 carries for 183 yards and 2 touchdowns. Now we've got a player down, Brian.
Yeah, it's one of our guys here on the near side. Is that Gordon?
I think so.
Yeah, Jalen Hierro Gordon. Defending on that pass, or on the run rather. It'll bring up a first down and 10. The ball is on the 36-yard line, and so far John Carroll not having any trouble at all moving the football. Lucas DeRazio in the backfield. Now they'll move him to his tight end spot. They put him in motion, and they give it to Sullivan up the middle, and a nice job by Marietta.
Bring him down for a loss. The interior part of the defensive line making the play.
Loss of 1 on the play. So the first negative yardage play. Malik Melton on the stop for the Pioneers.
Interesting I formation.
Deep, isn't it?
Yep. About 10 yards off the line of scrimmage.
Collins, play action. Pass, nice job of defending on Marietta's part by Brady Panucci. The pass was intended for Lucas DeRazio.
DeRazio had him beat, but the Marietta defender was short, and he had his back turned to the play, and the ball hit him right in the back of the helmet.
All right, 3rd and 11 here for John Carroll. And Jim, how big of a stop would this be for the Pioneers?
That would be a big stop, and John Carroll's had much success in 3rd down conversions this season.
Pistol formation. Sullivan to the left of the quarterback, Collins. He comes out of the backfield. Collins over the middle on a little slant route. It's going to go. Flag is down. And all the way to the end zone for John Carroll is Brennan Few. However, there is a flag on the play.
I believe it's going to be a holding after the pass was completed. If one of the wide receivers trying to block held a Marietta player, but we will see.
So the flag, Jim, is back at the 31-yard line.
And it was just a short pass, but he was in the middle of had about a 10 or 15 yards safety zone between the defenders. Well,
they're going to wave it off.
They're going to wave it off.
So that goes 37 yards for a touchdown. Collins on the slant to number 14, Brennan Few. That's his 21st catch of the year, Jim, and his third touchdown. And John Carroll goes on top, 6-0.
Just like that, a 2-minute and 11-second scoring drive, and John Carroll doing what John Carroll does best, staking themselves out to a good lead.
Extra point is up and good for Yanni Volas, and the score with 12:49 to go in the first is John Carroll 7, Marietta nothing. We'll take a quick break and we're coming right back. Marietta's first chance on offense is coming up right after this.
Let Sir Speedy take your project from idea to execution. Large and small, simple to complex, top-notch printing, custom signage, or a direct mail marketing campaign, the professionals at Sir Speedy are here to help. You'll always get the quality products, personalized service, and experience you've come to expect. So bring us your challenges and we'll work with you to solve them. We're your local resource for creative solutions. Beautiful, inventive, smart, everything you need. At Sir Speedy, we do it all.
Welcome back to Marietta College. Our score, John Carroll leads it 7-0. Back deep for the Pioneers. Vontae Hodges, number 25, and Dawson Snyder standing at their 2-yard line, waiting the kick from Yanni Volas. Boots it away. Snyder will have it taken in the end zone, and he'll take a knee. Jim, that first drive was, you mentioned a couple of minutes. Let's go over it here real quick.
Yeah, the Pioneers defense gets burned with a big pass play. It's to Brennan Few, 37-yard pass play from Joe Collins, and it took 2 minutes and 11 seconds and six plays for 66 yards. And just like that, John Carroll has a 7-0 lead.
So now Marietta will take over 1st and 10 from their 25-yard line. Your quarterback is Connor Veerstra, the 6'5", 217-pound senior, averaging 182 yards a game. And, of course, in the backfield, the OAC Player of the Week is Bryce Agnew. And right now, Veerstra throws an interception. Going back the other way. That's Jacob Huffnagel on the pick. And I don't know what Veerstra was looking at there, but, man, he just way overshot his receiver.
Not the start that Coach Andy Waddle was looking for. He told you earlier in the interview that he had to avoid giving up the big play. And then, of course, always turnovers or kill you. And just like that, John Carroll's looking at the possibility of extending its lead here early in the first quarter.
And not only that, but, you know, we talked in the pregame with Andy, and he said so far this year they've won the turnover battle, but already in the hole right now as they're turning the ball over. And just like that, it's John Carroll football in great field position on the 31.
Yeah, they've only turned the ball over twice this season. Before that, and both were interceptions.
Evan McVeigh now the ball carrier as he's checked into the ball game. You talked about fresh legs. He's down inside the 15 to the 14-yard line, and Jalen Kiero Gordon with the touchdown-saving tackle. And Gordon, again, comes up a little bit gimpy on the play.
Great blocking downfield by Brennan Few, the senior, to help extend that play.
So 1st and 10 for the Blue Streaks. Gain of nearly 20 on the play. Play action. Collins wants to throw. He's got a man wide open who trips over his own feet. or he would have gotten into the end zone. That pass was complete to number 18 for the Blue Streaks.
John Tomufchik, senior tight end.
Yeah, I wasn't even going to attempt that, so good for you.
Did they get us here in Cleveland?
I don't know.
Pioneers trying to cash in that turnover. I should say the Blue Streaks trying to cash in that turnover for a touchdown.
2nd and 3, gain of 7 on the play, and if it wasn't for the turf monster, it would have been a touchdown. Right up the middle is Evan McVeigh. He gets inside the 5-yard line down to about the 4.
I like how he runs. He runs the shoulders forward and both hands on the football. They weren't going to knock that one out.
Yep. 3rd and 1 for the Blue Streaks. Collins comes in now with the play. And now in the backfield, they're going to direct snap. Touchdown.
Quarterback draw from the word one.
And it was a direct snap. The quarterback actually lined up as a wide receiver.
The Wildcat formation.
So 13-0 our score, and John Carroll quickly jumps out to a double-digit lead after taking advantage of that interception on the first play of the game for Marietta's offense. Yanni Volas on to attempt the extra point. And that kick is up, and that kick is good. 10:38 to go in the first quarter. Marietta in a hole early. John Carroll leads it 14-0. Jim and I will be back right after this.
Have you heard what happened to those with curious minds? They packed up, broke free of conventions. These prospectors of knowledge are blazing a new trail, joining the long line of those who sought adventure and prepared for anything. This is the time. This is the place. Bring forth a pioneer. Have you heard what happened to those with curious minds? They packed up, broke free of conventions. These prospectors of knowledge are blazing a new trail, joining the long line of those who sought adventure and prepared for anything. This is the time. This is the place. Bring forth a pioneer.
Back in Marietta, and this time Marietta's going to take it out of the end zone. Dawson Snyder.
Snyder, you remember the first game of the season had a 97-yard kickoff return for a touchdown to help spark the Pioneers' victory. Running down the scoring summary for the second drive, it was a four-play drive, 31 yards following that Huffnagel interception for the touchdown, and it was John Tomkufsik, a 4-yard run out of the Wildcat, and that makes it 14-0 with the extra point.
All right, Veerstra is back out there. Bryce Agnew alongside him. And Marietta with 3 wide receivers, 2 on either end, 1 in the slot. They give it up to Agnew right up the middle. Bryce Agnew has to sidestep the official. The umpire was right where he should be, right in the middle of the field, and Agnew right up the middle for a first down for Marietta.
Nice burst of speed right up the middle, 11 yards on the pickup on first down.
Line of scrimmage is the 32-yard line. Marietta, no huddle. 3 wide receivers to the bottom of your screen. Pistol formation. Now they'll send Bryce Agnew in motion. Veerstra all by himself will throw the little screen to Dawson Snyder on the left side. Snyder across the 40, still fighting on his feet out across to the 44-yard line. And Snyder says, let's go.
He refused to give up. He had both hands on the football, and he kept charging forward, driving those legs, churning those legs for every yard he could get.
Dawson Snyder into it here early as he's trying to fire up his guys. 5'10", 190. He's got 27 catches now on the year, 3 touchdowns. He averages 73 yards a game. Derek Witzberger, the tight end, he comes in motion to the end of the line. 2 wide receivers to the top of your screen. Veerstra wants to throw. Now he'll roll. And the pass is incomplete on the far sideline, intended for Dawson Snyder.
Snyder tried to come back to his quarterback. He saw his quarterback struggling and scrambling, and he tried to come back to get it, but they just couldn't make the connection.
Well, we got away with a no call there on a hold as Veerstra was scrambling to his right. It looked like we held a little bit there on the offensive line, but the official kept the laundry in his waistband, so it'll be 2nd down and 10. The line of scrimmage is the 45-yard line. 9:16 to go in the first quarter. Brian Nost and Jim Wharton on CAS 45 with Marietta College football. Screen pass.
That
to
ball's
the right
still alive.
Side, and it goes out of bounds. And Veerstra, struggling here early, just kind of threw it into the ground, and Dawson was wide open.
That looked like a backward pass, too.
Yeah. Dawson Snyder was wide open.
They're bringing it back to the line of scrimmage.
We'll see if I can go through the day without calling Dawson Snyder Ryan Dawson. You remember him? He played
Yes.
for Parkersburg South all those
Exactly.
years ago.
What a great athlete.
Yeah, I did that last time. I called him Ryan Dawson, and I thought, how stupid is that?
I'm sure Ryan Dawson enjoys the plug.
Now
Well, let's see. We've got a Pioneer lineman that got up, but I think he might have been reacting to the defender.
Yeah, exactly right. I think Bricker Thiel jumped for John Carroll, and that would have caused him, would have caused our guy to move, and that's exactly what the officials saw as well.
Steve Groves, the referee, and the umpire walks it off, and it makes it a much more makeable 3rd and 5.
I like that.
Pioneers coming into this game were 45% on 3rd down conversions.
Bricker Thiel, the senior, was the guilty party. So 3rd and 5. Let's see what Andy Waddle dials up right here. 2 men in motion, Agnew and Witzberger. Now Witzberger sets his tight end spot on the left side of the line. Veerstra wants to throw.
Oh,
and
my.
Great catch on the play, but was he there early?
It looked like the defender went through him going for the ball, but he's
they're
just
going to be
shy.
short. Yeah, they're going to be short. John Sierapatowski on the reception.
Pioneers are 27% on 4th down conversions this season, and it's just about the length of a football, it looks like.
Dante Docio into the ball game for Marietta. So Marietta inches away from a 1st down here.
A 1st down they really need.
Oh, absolutely. Witzberger goes in motion. Agnew. Veerstra keeps it. He's not going to get it. They fake the handoff to Bryce Agnew up the middle, and Veerstra tucked it and ran around the left side. John Carroll was all over it.
You know, they figured that they would be John Carroll would be keying on Agnew. Why not? He's a 3-time OAC first all-conference team, but Veerstra pulled the ball out and tried to get it, but the Blue Streak defense stayed at home on that play and brings him down for the loss.
You know, Jim, the RPO is such a huge part of offenses now all around the country, and that's exactly what happened there. And Veerstra, you know, he thought he saw something on the left side, but John Carroll just plugged it up.
Let's see if the Blue Streaks offense gets a lift from their defense there, and they've got a short field to travel, just 55 yards.
Mason Sullivan, the ball carrier, he's back in the ball game.
That offensive line, you talked about the size of them, but they're just blowing open holes now.
Flag on the play, and it's going to be a hold against the Blue Streaks.
Maybe that's why they had the hole.
Yeah. You think? So that'll push him back 10 yards. Be a 1st and 20. The line of scrimmage will be the 36. Blue Streaks on top, 14-0. First drive, they took it the length of the field and scored. Second drive, off of a interception. 4 plays later, they were into the end zone in double digits. on top right now are the Blue Streaks, and they have the football. Sullivan, the ball carrier. Oh, no, I'm sorry. That's a play action. Joe Collins faked me the heck out and threw it to Tom Kufsick on the right side, and he takes it all the way into Marietta territory down to the 40 for a first down.
That was a play that it was a great fake. I thought the running back had the ball as well, but he rolled out on the play action and hit his tight end and picked up the first down.
Listen, man, it takes nothing to fake me out. So a nice play action there by Collins. 1st and 10, John Carroll, and they're on the move yet again. Faison Jr. in motion, and they hand it up the middle to Sullivan. Mason Sullivan on the year, 5 yards a carry. 6'1", 205. He's out of Kirtland, Ohio, Kirtland High School.
A great program, a state championship winning program, and we've had some local teams go up against them in the playoffs and not fare well against Kirtland.
Man, you know, Ohio football is just, whether it's high school or even this OAC, is just a different animal, isn't it? I mean, you know, you covered sports here in Ohio and West Virginia forever, and Ohio high school football is the talent that they turn out is unbelievable.
It's an endless talent base, and when you talk about northeastern Ohio in particular, that's a lot of schools in the Cleveland area that can play football. That's
Little screen out of the backfield there on a wheel route from Collins, and he can't hold on to it. It'll be 2nd or 3rd down and 8 now.
Yeah, Collins has such a good completion rate that takes him down a percentage point or two right there.
Yeah, he's one of the leaders in the nation at efficiency and completion percentage, and we can see why. He's slinging it around here early. So Marietta 3rd and 8 here. Boy, they need to stop like nobody's business with 6:21 to go in the first, and they're down 14.
Empty backfield.
Collins wants to throw, and he overshoots his intended. 3 wide receivers and a tight end in the set. Play action. Collins rolls right, wants to throw, has a man caught out of bounds. That is Joe Torok at the 15-yard line. And Jim, right now, John Carroll just moving the football, no problem at all. Marietta doesn't have an answer.
What they did on that play is they had receivers coming across the field, one deep, one short, and they've been hitting the one in the middle as he cuts across, and Torek picks up the first down at the 15.
3:20 on a running clock. Quick screen, tunnel screen on the right side, and into the end zone, no problem whatsoever, is Brennan Few.
15 yards for the touchdown on the play.
So let me tell you why I know that was a tunnel screen. So I always quiz my son all the time, who's a football coach. I'll say, you know, what happens when the guy does this? And so on tunnel screen, the guy's on the line of scrimmage, he takes a step back, and it's a screen, and then he cuts up through that hole that these other guys block for him, and that's a tunnel screen, and that was a touchdown for John Carroll. And they're on top, soon to be 21-0.
Your son Lane?
Yeah, my son Lane.
Yeah, your son Lane, a good player in his day, and now a good coach on the college level as well.
Well, thank you. They are currently in they're in a dogfight at home today. They are losing in the 3rd quarter to the number 13 team in the country, 21-20. So
still plenty of time.
Still plenty of time. The coaches football at Limestone University in Gaffney, South Carolina. Former NFL wide receiver Mike Furry, the head coach there at Limestone. Lane, a former coach here in Marietta.
Gaffney in Central South Carolina?
It's about an hour west of Charlotte. So it's just across the, basically across the state line in South Carolina. If you've ever gone from Charlotte to Atlanta on 85, and that huge peach that sits along the side of the road, the water tower, that's Gaffney. All right, back to business here. Marietta in a huge hole as they find themselves behind 21-0.
You know you're in trouble when you look into the stands and your fans are all on their phones.
Yeah. It is Youth Day here today, and as Marietta College welcomes elementary school students from around the Mid-Ohio Valley. They gave out over 17,000 comp tickets, Jim, for this game today.
Nice play by the special teams. Pioneers stopped short of the 20-yard line. Yeah, I asked the school official, what if everybody shows up?
Well, that might be good for the concession stand.
Exactly.
And they do have a really good crowd here today. Yeah. And, you know, this is fall break for Marietta College, so not a lot of Marietta students here. Everybody's gone, but great crowd on hand for the Pioneers. A lot of kids here today, and that's good to see that.
That is good to see. Generate some interest among your local crowds and players with Marietta College and their programs, and it gives the players some support.
Agnew over the left side.
Not much running room.
Now out to the 21-yard line, maybe a yard on the play. It'll be 2nd down and 9.
That's the second straight series they tried that little short running play on 1st down and just nothing there.
2nd down and 9. They will give him a yard. Clock runs. And quite frankly, they can run it all they want to. Let's get out of this first quarter. It's been a disaster for the Pioneers so far. 21-0.
And still just 2.5 minutes to go in the quarter.
Snyder in motion. They give it to Agnew, right side. He's going to be strung out and run out of bounds.
Good stiff arm there. Helped them pick up an extra 2 or 3 yards, but that still brings up 3rd and long for the Pioneers.
Jacob Huffnagel, the freshman, one of the few freshmen that start and play on this Blue Streaks ball club. Huffnagel strung him out and pushed him out of bounds, so credited for the stop. No gain on the play. It'll be 3rd and 9.
That's a hard number to pick up on 3rd down.
Yeah. Actually, they'll give him a couple of yards. It'll be 3rd and 7. Inside 2 minutes. Bierstra, straight drop, wants to throw over the middle. Nice job for Dawson Snyder. That's a 1st down for Marietta, and Snyder had to climb the ladder, Jim, to go get it.
Yeah, the ball looked like he got up there, and it looked like the ball hit in his hands and came out shortly, and then he snagged it and fell to the ground, picking up the 1st down.
Good positive yards for Marietta on that play. Their biggest play from scrimmage so far here this afternoon, and they're a little bit of breathing room now as Snyder gets him out to the 40-yard line, 1st and 10.
He's averaging about 11 yards a catch, and I think he got almost exactly 11 yards on that play.
Witzberger, the tight end, comes inside, and they give it to Agnew. He'll cut outside and get out to the 45-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5 on the play. It'll be 2nd down and 5 for Marietta.
Great downfield blocker by the lineman, Brady Schaldwalker, who just never gave up on the block and kept on pushing to help get the extra yardage on the play.
Second and 6, they'll give him 4. Dawson Snyder on the jet sweep motion. They instead give it to Agnew right up the middle, and Agnew across the 45 or 46 to the 47-yard line. And that will be the last play of the first quarter.
Thank goodness.
Well, no, wait a minute. I say that.
Oh, they hurry up offense.
Marietta, they tried to get him to jump, and they did. So free play.
Bierstra with a hard count.
John Carroll was offside, so that'll give Marietta a 1st down.
And our referee, Steve Grove, confirms your call.
So there was offsides with contact, so that will kill the play right there rather than Marietta getting a free play. And now they'll run that clock, and we'll be ending the first quarter. Our score after the first quarter of play, John Carroll 21, Marietta nothing. Jim and I will be right back right after this. Stay with us.
It's spooky season, so I'm getting my costume ready. But you don't have to be afraid of slow internet speeds or high prices with internet from CAS Cable. Right now, new customers can buy 1 month of internet service from CAS Cable and get a second month free. This is one deal you can count on.
I was out doing this one day, then this happened. Not cool. So I went to Murray's. Talked to Dennis. He rocks. Like, he literally rocks. They got me fixed up super fast, hassle-free. It was awesome. That's why I keep going back. When glass breaks, call Murray's.
Murray's will replace damaged insulated residential glass and a 10-year guarantee on seals from the manufacturer. Replacement units are made right here in the USA. Murray's, your trusted source for replacement glass for 75 years.
Welcome back to Marietta College. Our score at the end of one, John Carrol 21, Marietta nothing. As we start the second quarter, when we get a second, I'm going to have Jim go over some first half statistics for you. Marietta in the shotgun. Witzberger is in motion. First to the left, now back to the right. And Veerstra with the play action. Rolling to the left, has a man and overshoots him down the right side. That was intended for Jay Melchiori.
And in the first quarter, looking at some of the statistics here, in total offense in this ball game, 18 plays for John Carrol for 164 yards, and they've got 3 touchdowns. For Marietta, 15 plays for just 62 yards.
Marietta has yet to be called for a penalty, which is good news. John Carrol has 3, I believe, 2 offsides and a holding. Am I right on that? Or
I believe so, yes.
Okay. First time for everything that I'm right about something. Veerstra in the pistol. Straight drop. Steps up. Wants to throw. He's looking for Agnew.
I think.
And what a catch by Bryce Agnew.
He literally took the ball right out of the hands of the defender. I thought Jaheim Peak had got the interception there, but as you said, Agnew wanted it more, and he grabbed it right away from him.
Jaheim Peak on the defensive coverage there, but Agnew goes up and makes a great catch. First down, Marietta. The ball is at the 24-yard line.
That's a play you expect a senior to make, and Agnew, the senior, giving his team a big lift right here as they try to get on the board.
Veerstra sends a man in motion. That's Dawson Snyder. Play action. Now he'll throw to him. Snyder on the outside tries to put a move on the defender, and he cannot do it as Snyder is run out of bounds at the 25-yard line.
Yeah, he'll lose a yard on the play.
He will. Snyder in open space could not get the defender to bite on the juke, and so they'll give him no gain on the play, Jim, so they did get lucky there. It'll be 2nd and 10.
Agnew's been the workhorse in this first quarter for the Pioneers. Six carries for 22 yards.
Agnew over the right side down to the 21-yard line.
Bring up another third down.
You know, as we talked about in the pregame, Marietta College has never beaten John Carrol. They're 0-14 since 2009, and Marietta has only scored 10 points in their last 3 meetings. So, well, they had a big mountain to climb when they came into today, and they've made it worse here in the first 15 minutes.
Yes, the best the Pioneers have been able to manage was a 21-21 tie back in '95, and that was here at Don Drum Stadium.
They started playing football in 1929 against each other. Veerstra into the end zone.
Oh, he caught it.
Bobbled and caught. Melchiori was in the right place at the right time. It was a sure interception, Jim.
The ball went in and out of the hands of the defender and right to Melchiori for the touchdown. Good things happen to those who wait.
Wow. Marietta needed that big time to get themselves on the board.
So
Eric Klein on to attempt the extra point, the left-footed kicker. And Marietta needed that big time bad, Jim. 21-7 now.
After a miserable first quarter, they were able to get it done here at the start of the third quarter.
See if we have that for you to look at again. Let's look at it on the replay. We missed it. That's all right. Trust me, it was really good.
But number 20 walks very well in slow motion.
That's right. Let's look at it here again, Jim. We do have it now. You see Dawson Snyder is in motion, and Veerstra is going to roll to his left. Now, he's looking in the end zone, and right there, the ball is in and out of the defender.
He skied high, and he knows it. It went right through his hands.
Kevin Doyle was the guy.
And you see as Melchiori says, "Thank you very much. Christmas comes early." And Doyle just pounds his hand in frustration.
Good job by our guys in the truck, led by Brian Guthrie, and great job on the replay there as Marietta cuts the lead to 21-7. Gossett has it teed up, and he lets it fly, and it goes into the end zone. So nice job there by the freshman Matthew Gossett. John Carroll will have the ball first and 10 from the 25. Jim, what did that drive look like?
Marietta drove 80 yards in 10 plays and capped off by Melchiori's touchdown pass, 21 yards from Veerstra, and the Pioneers on the board, 21-7. And in that drive for Marietta, the Bryce Agnew now 7 runs for 25 yards. And passing, Connor Veerstra now 7 passes for 12 yards, and well, that can't be 7 out of 12, I say, and 85 yards now in passing. I learned how to read these stat sheets, Brian.
All right, over the right side with the football is Mason Sullivan for John Carroll, and again, that run game with the three-headed monster, as they like to call it. It's either going to be Sullivan, McVeigh, or Buser. We haven't seen much of Buser so far. It's been McVeigh, and it's been mostly Mason Sullivan. And another first down for John Carroll as they pick up 13 on that play.
Blue Streaks trying to answer the Marietta scoring drive with some positive yardage of their own, and great start to this drive.
Good look at the crowd here at Don Drum today. We said it was a very good turnout for Youth Day. Sullivan across the 40 out to the 43-yard line.
Bounced it to the outside after taking the initial shot, and another good pickup on first down.
Harley Hopkins on the stop for Marietta. Hopkins leading the team coming in with 33 tackles on the year, and he adds another one to his resume right there.
He can make plays. He also has 3 sacks on the season and 1 interception. That came in the first game.
Love to see him get another one right here.
Yeah.
Tight end in motion is Durazio.
Ball's deflected in the
intercepted!
air.
How about that? I called it. Jason Kiero Gordon. The ball was in and out of the hands of the intended receiver, Few, and Jason Kiero Gordon with a huge turnover, Jimmy.
I think the ball might have hit him in the helmet, actually, because it bounced straight up, deflected straight up, and Gordon was there at the right place at the right time, and the Pioneers getting a big lift now here early in the second quarter.
So huge turnover. Call me Nostradamus, if you will, but I called it. I said we needed a pick. It's okay that it wasn't. It's okay that it wasn't Harley Hopkins, but I'll take the Kiero Gordon interception.
Oh, maybe not Nostradamus, but maybe Karnak the Magnificent.
Good old Johnny Carson. Let's look at it again here real quick.
It did hit the back of the Pioneer defender's helmet and then went right to Gordon.
It hit Panucci in the back of the head and went right to Kiero Gordon. So
we've got a timeout here.
So a timeout on the field. We'll take one as well. 11:01 to go in the second. John Carroll 21, Marietta 7. We're coming right back.
I smell pizza.
Let Sir Speedy take your project from idea to execution. Large and small, simple to complex, top-notch printing, custom signage, or a direct mail marketing campaign, the professionals at Sir Speedy are here to help. You'll always get the quality products, personalized service, and experience you've come to expect. So bring us your challenges and we'll work with you to solve them. We're your local resource for creative solutions. Beautiful, inventive, smart, everything you need. At Sir Speedy, we do it all.
Out of the timeout that Marietta took, it'll be 1st and 10. You can see John Carroll with a 3-1 record. Their only loss, first game of the season, to Wisconsin Whitewater, and they lost that ball game in the last minute of the game. Pass over on the left side is caught. Nice reception there for the Pioneers. I think that's Syruptowski, and it was.
Trayshawn Foster was the defender on that play and pushed him out of bounds, but not before he picks up that first down at midfield.
So 1st and 10 for Marietta. Clock running at 10:40 to go in the first half. Agnew, the ball carrier, right up the middle. He'll get ahead for almost 3 yards, and Marietta on the season 3-1. Their only loss to the number 2 team in the nation, Mount Union Purple Raiders. You see wins against St. John Fisher, Otterbein a couple of weeks ago, and then last week, Jim, a big win on the road against Baldwin Wallace.
Yeah, anytime you can go up to Berea and beat the Yellow Jackets, that's a big win. Now we look at that loss to Mount Union. It looks bad, 28-0, but Mount Union is Mount Union after all.
Sure.
But the Marietta defense did not give up a single point in the second half.
And we had a couple of chances in the red zone and turned the ball over. So, you know, we had our chances against Mount Union. Veerstra wants to throw, and then he's going to have to run, and he's going to have a first down as he is brought down by Trayshawn Foster.
I believe they spot him just shy.
Well, they're not going to give him the first down. I'll be darned. Screen pass to Dawson Snyder. I almost did it. I almost did it. It's a mental block, man.
Yeah, whatever you call him, he still gets the first down.
And if Ryan Dawson is out there listening somewhere, you're welcome. Flag on the play. It's going to go against Marietta. It's a hold.
The first penalty of the game for the Pioneers. Those offensive penalties drive a head coach crazy.
Give you gray hair, and Andy doesn't have much hair to begin with, so. All right. 3rd and 7. Pistol formation. Pioneers bring a man in motion. That's Dre Baldwin. Veerstra's in trouble. Steps up, gets out of it. Has to put a move on a guy, and he can't get there for the first down. John Carroll does a nice job on defense.
Pioneers are going to send the punt team out.
Chris Golson on the stop. And Marietta, as you said, is going to have to punt the football.
Yeah, he was about 4 yards into the run. He tried to juke a defender, but the defender wasn't having anything of it, and brings him down well shy of the first down.
So standing back at the 10-yard line, waving for the fair catch is Mintz, and he lets it go over his head and into the end zone. So Tyler Mintz trying to win an Academy Award there for a fair catch. The ball went way over his head, so Marietta will take over 1st and 10.
And if the Marietta defender had any hope of getting to that ball, he would have had to run through Mintz, and that gave the ball enough time to roll into the end zone for the touchback.
So John Carroll will start from their 20. And in the backfield for the Blue Streaks is Evan McVeigh.
Yeah, Blue Streaks, after scoring, I think, on their first 3 possessions, the Marietta defense has had the better of it, keeping them out of the end zone.
All right, and they'll give it to McVeigh. Right side, big hole opens up, first down yardage for McVeigh. He's still on his feet, and he has run out of bounds and spun out of bounds.
I think that was 12 yards on the pickup on first down. They've been picking up chunks of yards on first down.
Brady Panucci on the stop, Jim. It'll be 1st and 10 for John Carroll as the ball is spotted at the 32-yard line. Inside 8 minutes now to go in the half.
They've been having success running on the towards the right side of the offensive line, off tackle.
Coming up at halftime, we'll be talking with Cole Vivian, the Marietta College head women's basketball coach.
He's done an outstanding job.
Oh, my gosh.
Both Pioneer. Oh, the ball on the play. Oh, I think the quarterback got back on that ball.
Yeah. No, it wasn't the quarterback. It was actually one of the linemen, Matt Rather, fell on it.
Yeah, the Pioneer defender, just like a volleyball serve, he just spiked it out of his hands.
Well, you know what? You got to do what you got to do to get the football back, especially when you're down 14 and you're playing a team like John Carroll, who is so explosive on offense. Every opportunity that you can have to get the football, you got to take advantage of it.
Defense has 12 takeaways coming into this game with 8 interceptions and 4 fumble recoveries.
They're going to split McVeigh wide out to the top of your screen to the right. You can barely see him there. Collins on the tunnel screen, and that ball is caught. Chris Golson. I'm sorry, not Golson. It's Tyler Mintz, and he gets close to a first down out to the 41. He had to get to the 42. 13 on the game, Jim.
Lucas DeRazio, tight end, had some good blocks downfield to help him get that extra yardage.
Well, that's a scary last name, isn't it? DeRazio, you remember that, didn't
you?
Whew.
Yeah, 2011, I think, 2012. That was a few weeks of misery for the Mid-Ohio Valley.
What a mess. 3rd and 1. Collins in the gun. They give it to McVeigh, and he's thrown for a loss in the backfield by Marietta. Great job there from Chance Knight.
That was just outstanding effort by the Pioneer defense right there. They knew that they're going to run the ball because they've had success, and the defense comes through and makes a stand.
Marietta hasn't been able to stop them from running the football. I mean, there's no reason in the world why we didn't think that the first down was coming there, and Knight was all over it.
I believe the first punt of the night for the Blue Streaks.
Dawson Snyder is going to let it go, and doggone it, that came back to bite him.
Yeah, the ball hit at the 38-yard line, and then it goes another 16 yards downfield, and so Pioneers will have it 1st and 10 from about the 23-yard line. Good stop for the defense, and let's see if the Pioneer offense can get some juice going again and get the ball downfield. Yeah, after a slow start to this game, it seems as if Vierstra and the offense have gotten on track here in the second quarter.
5:22 to go in the first half. Marietta with the football. Their first real defensive stop, with the exception of that turnover of the afternoon. So a little bit of momentum on the Pioneer side, and the pass is out into the flat. That's Melchiori.
Nice snag. The pass was a little bit behind him, and he got both hands on the ball, was able to pull it in. He got the completion for about four yards on first down.
Sophomore Melchiori for Marietta.
Coming in from for Marietta right now off the sidelines is John Sierptowski. And he'll go to the top of the field. He'll be in the slot.
So it'll be 3 wide receivers on the left side. Witzberger lining up in his tight end's position on the right side. Over the middle, pass is caught. That is Sierptowski across the 40 to the 43-yard line. They'll give him the 45, Jim. It'll be 1st and 10, Marietta.
And that's why Coach Waddle sent him into the game.
Yep.
Came in with the play, and he made a play.
Calls his own number. That's actually out to the 44-yard line. So 1st down, Marietta. And Pioneers showing a little bit of life here in the second quarter.
Yeah, it slowly got on track after we have to call it a miserable first quarter, but the offense is now in gear.
Anything that could go wrong in that first quarter did, and Marietta doing a nice job here in the second quarter. Play action for Veerstra, has a man, that's Sierptowski again, out to the 41-yard line. He is knocked out of bounds right there by Lamar Thomas.
Veerstra just kind of slung it, almost like a sidearm pass.
We've got a John Carrol player down at about the 34-yard line.
Looks to be maybe a cramp, or just the way he's sitting.
I was never athletic enough to have a cramp.
I had some brain cramps, but never muscular cramps. Oh, he's looking at the ankle. It looks like his left ankle.
Yeah. And I'm at a terrible angle, so I can't tell the number. It's 30-something. Can you see it from where you're at?
32?
Oh, no, it's 35.
35.
Garrett Sparks, the junior defensive back.
Twos are just backward fives, right?
That's right. That's right.
I suffer from number dyslexia sometimes. He's on his feet, and it doesn't look like he's hobbling too much going to the sidelines.
Nope, he's favoring that left ankle, though, Jim. You're right about that as he makes his way to the sideline. 4:01 to go here in this first half, and Marietta showing a little bit of signs of life and a little bit of momentum here.
Yeah, Sparks is number 2 on the depth chart. He was giving Yaheen Peak a little bit of a blow there.
Yeah. 21-7. John Carroll with an incredible first quarter. Marietta is starting to claw their way back here and have really outplayed the Blue Streaks in the second quarter.
And let's see what offensive coordinator Reed Florence has dialed up for this play.
Agnew in motion. Veerstra. Kind of a broken play here, Jim, and they're going to get thrown for a loss.
I say if it's not broke, don't fix it. I don't think you can fix that play.
And I'm not sure what was supposed to happen there, but Veerstra looked confused as soon as he got the snap. I think he was looking for somebody to hand it off to, and there was nobody. So he had to tuck it and run.
It's got to be a lonely feeling when you turn to give the ball up, and there's nobody there.
Nobody's home. It's like, oh, crap, now what do I do? Witzberger comes in, goes in motion on the inside of the line, and Agnew rolls across the 40 to the 39. Gain of 3 on the play. It's going to be 3rd down and 7. So Pioneers probably in 4-down territory here. They've got their work cut out for them.
Yeah, Pioneers at the 2.5-minute mark coming up would dearly love to just get the ball down the field and punch one in with very little time left on the clock here in the first half.
Sierptowski's been the favorite receiver during this drive. We'll see if he factors in here on this 3rd and 7 play for Marietta. Veerstra rolls to the left, steps up, has a little bit of running room, follows his blocker. First down, Marietta.
Veerstra used his blocker. He grabs him by the back and pushes him forward. Says, hey, interfere for me, big fella.
Brady Schildwachter, the sophomore, was the ramrod right there for Veerstra.
So big first down for the Pioneers, and 2 minutes to go here, and the Pioneers looking to pull within a touchdown right before the half.
Line of scrimmage is the 29-yard line. Man, that was huge. And Veerstra nearly lost his balance a couple of different times, able to keep his footing.
Good composure by the senior.
Snyder in motion. They'll throw it to him on the right side. He's got a little bit of room. Snyder on his feet, run out of bounds at the 22, maybe 23-yard line on the near side.
Yeah, they will stop the clock there. The Pioneers.
So he did get out of bounds. Okay.
Yes. Pioneers still have 2 timeouts left, so that won't be an issue.
Clock stop with $1:36 to go. 15 seconds on the play clock, and now the play comes in from the sideline for Marietta. Derek Klein warming up on the sideline. Possible field goal attempt coming up here if they need to.
Underneath 5 in the play clock.
Agnew up the middle, across the 20, inside, down to about the 19-yard line, and a timeout.
They pick up the first down.
Oh, okay. They'll stop the clock for the first down.
Yeah, he just ran to his left and then cut it up the middle and picked up that first down yardage.
Dawson Snyder screaming for the play here as Marietta.
They might have to take a timeout here. Well, no, they're getting it up to the line of scrimmage now.
They've got to go faster here, Jim. They just have to. 3 wide receivers, 2 to the right, 1 to the left. They're going to corner in the end zone. A lot of hand fighting going on there, and no call. Kevin Doyle on the defense. Jay Melchiori, the intended receiver, there, number 10.
That was, I guess the official said no harm, no foul, but there's a lot of hand jockeying going there.
A lot of hand jiving right there. Kevin Doyle and Melchiori fighting forward in the corner of the end zone, and the pass falls incomplete. 59 seconds to go, and 2nd and 10 for the Pioneers. Pistol formation, Agnew to the right of Connor Vierstra. Pass left side is caught by Siruptowski down to the 12-yard line. That's a gain of 7 on the play. It'll be 3rd down and 3 for Marietta. Clock stop with 55 to go in this first half.
That would have been a catch in the NFL. He got both feet down, tiptoed before getting out of bounds. That stops the clock. They can save their timeouts, and as I said, they will try to run this down and punch it in with as little time left for the Blue Streaks at the end of this half.
Now Pioneers in the shotgun with Bryce Agnew. They give it to Bryce. No, play action. Vierstra looks down the right side, throwing in the end zone. Touchdown, Marietta.
12 yards for the touchdown.
Snyder, how about it, Jim?
Dawson, yes. We got the replay here. Great play action, rolled out and finds Snyder in the back right of the end zone for the touchdown. The defender was beat, and Marietta College, after being down 21-0, is rallied to within a touchdown here in the second quarter.
All right, so on to attempt the extra point is Derek Klein. Spots at the 10-yard line. This is the normal 20-yard chip shot is up and good. 49 seconds left to go in this first half, and Marietta pulls to within 7, 21-14.
John Carrol won the first quarter, 21-0 in the first quarter. The second quarter has been all Marietta College. The defense has come together and made stops, and the offense has moved the ball down the field, and they're right back in this ball game heading into the half.
You see the rest of the season laid out there for both ball clubs. Marietta on the road next week at Wilmington, and then on the 21st, Jim, you will be here with Mike Hayden calling the homecoming game against Heidelberg.
The big rivalry game. I always look forward to that.
And then the 28th, they're on the road at Ohio Northern. The 4th at Capital, and then you and I will finish it out here on the 11th of November. Big, you talk about rivalry games, nothing bigger than Muskingum Marietta in the OAC.
Indeed. And of course for John Carroll, in the last home game of the season, they'll be facing the King of Kings in the OAC, Mount Union. That's always a good game. John Carroll lost last year in a game that they probably should have won.
It's taking the kick and stood up there by number 27, Tanner Bills.
A local player.
Tanner's from Marietta, isn't he? Frontier.
Yes, he is. He's a Washington County guy. Looking at the scoring drive, 11 plays for 77 yards. And the touchdown pass from Veerstra to Dawson Snyder, and the extra point makes it 21-14. And after a tough first quarter, Dawson Snyder now has received 6 catches in this game for 53 yards and a touchdown.
And I'm telling you right now, hats off to Marietta for not just hanging their heads and folding after that first quarter. They have battled back and have totally outplayed John Carroll in this second quarter.
Brennan.
Sullivan, the ball carrier for John Carroll.
I knew it was an Irish name, and Brennan came to mind.
Across the 30 to the 33-yard line. It'll be second down and about 6.
Looks as if they'll be satisfied just to get out of here with the lead. There doesn't seem to be any sense of urgency by the Blue Streaks offense.
Yeah, the play clock is not even a factor here. As they're just going to let it run. Wow. Who thought? Who would have thought? Our halftime score, John Carroll 21, Marietta 14. And coming up, we've got we'll have some halftime statistics for you. Hopefully get to talk to Cole Vivian. And stay with us, man. It's a good ball game. Marietta 14, John Carroll 21. We're coming back right after this.
Let Sir Speedy take your project from idea to execution. Large and small, simple to complex, top-notch printing, custom signage, or a direct mail marketing campaign, the professionals at Sir Speedy are here to help. You'll always get the quality products, personalized service, and experience you've come to expect. So bring us your challenges and we'll work with you to solve them. We're your local resource for creative solutions. Beautiful, inventive, smart, everything you need. At Sir Speedy, we do it all.
Welcome back to Don Drum Stadium on the campus of Marietta College. Our halftime score, John Carroll 21, Marietta 14, and I am joined by my buddy Cole Vivian. Cole, the head basketball coach here at Marietta for the women. And Coach, welcome. You've had a busy off season. You're 4 practices in. How's things going?
Going good. We're going pretty slow. We have a lot of newcomers this year. Last year was a pretty experienced team, and we still got a ton of experience, but now we got a lot more fresh faces with us here, so trying to kind of go slow and kind of teach them everything about the program.
So kind of the opposite from Vanderwall's team, because Vanderwall brings back they only lost one person, but you had some holes to fill in the offseason.
Yeah, we had 5 really good seniors last year. I mean, Haley and Goody, they were awesome for us in their roles, and Devin and Han and Camille, those last 3, I mean, they're on the court, pretty much every game throughout their college careers. So we still bring back a lot of experience, kind of people apart from them, but those 5 did some pretty big stuff for us.
So you mentioned the newcomers coming in trying to learn your system. 4 practices in, they're all gone for fall break right now, but assess where you're at as far as this preseason goes.
Yeah, we're doing a good job with it. We have pretty much our whole man defense stuff in. We'll keep kind of adding to that, but the offense needs to come along a little bit as it usually does. But I think we got some people that can make some shots this year, so that definitely helps with that a bunch.
You've had some really good success here the last couple of years. How has that helped when you're out on the recruiting trail? It can't hurt.
Yeah, people kind of know us, and then we have a lot of really good people in our program. So when we bring down someone who's, you know, a really big recruit for us, they get to kind of hang out with the team. The team kind of remembers what it was like when they're in their shoes, so they, you know, they always treat them really well and kind of tell them everything about the coaching staff, the teachers here, like what kind of special place that it is. So the people that we have, you know, has helped us a lot with the success with all that.
Coming up in Marietta, you have got a huge preseason game down in Athens. Talk about that, Ohio University.
Yeah, so they got a hold of us in August. Want to see if we want to kind of come over there and scrimmage them. So I mean, they're always really good, and I know they didn't have the success last year that they have in the past, but their coaching staff is really good. Their coach, he's been there, I don't know, 10, 11 years, you know, NCAA tournaments, you know, all that stuff. So we're definitely excited to kind of go over there, kind of see how we do against a you know, bigger team, longer team, more athletic team. With that, hopefully that kind of gets us off to a better start than we had last year going into the season.
Right. Well, that's gotta help you when you play better competition. You become a better basketball team, don't you?
Yeah, absolutely, and especially kind of playing someone from the Division I level and the MAC. You know, I think the MAC's one of the best, you know, smaller conferences for Division I in the nation. Whoever wins that league usually does pretty well in the NCAA tournament.
So, looking at your ball club coming up this year, give me one or two girls that we can keep an eye on that are really going to hopefully lead this Marietta team.
Yeah, I mean, we got a lot of good ones. Everybody kind of knows Olivia Gribble. I mean, she's been all conference her last 2 years, and, you know, she has some pretty big team goals and personal goals for this year. Hannah Schill, she's been, you know, playing every game her last 3 years with that. Hannah Croft, we put her in the lineup last year. Our team really took off. I mean, she's a really good athlete. She's strong. She can score down low. With that, Mackenzie Wilson, you know, she anchors our defense. Levering, she's a senior for us now. She started, you know, over 10 games last year. Madison Cecil, we put her in the starting lineup last year. So all of our seniors are really good. Paige Tolson, I mean, she's a local kid, you know, kind of around your Eddie Hill. So I mean, we have a lot of really good ones there. But those seniors and juniors for us are really special.
And it's, you know, Marietta, I love this about your ball club. You've had a history of recruiting local kids. You know, I go back to Devin last year, and then Brooke Borich a few years ago. You know, so well, listen, man, best of luck to you this year, and if you haven't got the opportunity yet, come out and see the Lady Pioneers. They're managed and led by this guy right here, Cole Vivian. Man, thanks so much for your time.
Thank you. Absolutely.
All right, and before I let you go. You mentioned we were watching this game. You said you turned around, it was 21-0, and then you turned back around, it's 21-14. Give me your assessment here real quick of the first half.
Coach Waddle, I think they're doing a really good job. They're throwing the ball unbelievable right now, and their defense is playing with a lot of fire on there. I mean, after they got that first touchdown, and they got that last one over for halftime. So hopefully we can kind of keep it going in the second half. And this would be unbelievable for us, knocking off the top 15 team in the nation. Yeah. I think it would be the first time we ever beat these guys. So still a lot of way to go, but man, that second quarter for us was really special.
Well, you got to like where our momentum's at right
absolutely,
now. So,
absolutely.
All right, our score 21-14 at the half in favor of John Carrol. My thanks to Cole Vivian. Time to go get some Smitties. We'll be back right after this. Stay with us.
Thanks, Brian, man. Appreciate it.
Chilly weather's here, so it's time to call Morrison Incorporated today and schedule your fall furnace check and tune-up. Still, for just $90, we'll test, clean, and adjust your home's heating system so it's safe and ready to keep you warm this winter. We're not looking for problems, we're looking to prevent them. Call 373-5869 or book your appointment online at morrisonhvac.com. Morrison Incorporated, always ready. With Bryant, whatever it takes.
Restrictions apply.
Thank you, CAS Cable, for supporting Williamstown Cross Country.
I'm Rick Darubis from the Adelphia Summer Concert Series, and I want to thank CAS Cable for being our partner.
Thank you, CAS Cable, for the continued support of the PHS Big Red Marching Band.
All our dogs agree Crazy Bone Pet Spa is the place to be. Our boarding is leading the pack with clean, spacious suites and plenty of fun and playtime to go around. Doggy daycare is a blast too. All-day fun with their friends is just what they need. Plus, they get to enjoy Crazy Bone's indoor play zone and turf outdoor play area, which means fun in the sun and no muddy paws if it's a rainy day. Don't forget to spoil them with treats, toys, and bling in our fully stocked lobby, or maybe a day of beauty in our award-winning grooming salon. Crazy Bone Pet Spa, the fun place for your pet.
Halloween season is almost here, so creep on in to Crown Decor and Gifts for a frightfully and ghastly array of Halloween decor and gifts. Our dreadful assortment of decor ranges from vintage-inspired to whimsical, and it's the perfect fit for your spectacular decorating plans. Don't forget to drag yourself to the Crown Confectionery for a buffet of ghoulish sweets and treats and dreadful edibles. Creep on in to Crown Decor and Gifts and see why we love Halloween. And welcome back to your spectacular happy place.
DePaulo's Pizzeria, located at 1403 Grand Central Avenue in Vienna, welcomes you to try their all-you-can-eat buffet. Join us Monday through Friday, 11 to 2, as well as Sundays, 11 to 2 and 5 to 8. Enjoy our salad bar, pizza, pasta, subs, cheesy bread, calzones, pepperoni rolls, and desserts. We are proud to be a local, family-owned business and look forward to serving your family at DePaulo's.
These sweet unicorns are all about the symbol of beauty and magic. Let Mark Armstrong's goals show why we were voted the #1 jewelry store in the Mid-Ohio Valley. Whether you're looking for that special diamond or any other unique piece of jewelry, show your loved one the best is yet to come with a memory that will last a lifetime. If other area jewelers have trusted me for over 45 years, shouldn't you?
Honest Fred's Flooring is your one-stop premier flooring destination. Whether residential or commercial, you can count on us for first-rate customer service and a vast selection of flooring options. You're invited to sit down with our flooring experts to discuss your project, and our warehouse is full of flooring ready for installation. Plus, take advantage of 0% financing. Schedule your free estimate today at honestfreds.com or give us a call. The flooring you want, the service you need, and the value you deserve. Honest Fred's Flooring, Parkersburg, Marietta, and Spencer.
Jeremiah's Coffee House, now at 165 Front Street in downtown Marietta, is more than just the best coffee in town. We have a full menu of locally sourced homemade soups, sandwiches, and salads. Plus, all of our items are gluten-free or have gluten-free options, including our delicious desserts. Stop by the new location and spend some time outside on the patio. And of course, we have the highest quality coffee around. Stop by and see us today, or check us out online at jeremiahscoffeehouse.com.
Hey everybody, it's Peter living in Bears. We are so excited to let you know we are the area's newest gas dealer. So let me turn this over to Joshua so he can go over the lineup that we're carrying for gas.
Big or small guys, gas has got them all. Anywhere from our youth electric to our 2-stroke and even our 4-stroke in the cross country, motocross, and enduro. Turnkey operation here at Living in Barrett's. We've got you covered in sales, parts, and service. So come on down here and get your new gas.
Need some extra cash in your purse or wallet? Stop by Carl's Pawn Shop and see if we can turn your treasures into cash. And speaking of purses, Carl's Pawn Shop is now selling pre-owned, authentic luxury handbags from Coach, Louis Vuitton, Michael Kors, and more. And don't forget, Carl's offers the best layaway plan in the area. Carl's Pawn Shop with 2 locations to serve you at 3410 Emerson Avenue and 515 Division Street.
It's always fun to see what's new at Carl's. Carl's Pawn Shop.
The Corner Cafe in downtown Parkersburg, next to Matheny Motors, has you covered for every meal of the day. Open 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. 7 days a week. You can enjoy our full menu whenever you want. Burger for breakfast, omelet for dinner. You can have it at the Corner Cafe. Enjoy our dinner specials like meatloaf, baked steak, and open-faced roast beef sandwiches. Top off your meal with homemade desserts, including our wide selection of pies. We hope to see you soon at the Corner Cafe, 3rd and Ann Streets in downtown Parkersburg, next to Matheny Motors.
Healthy relationships. It's how we think about primary care at Camden Clark. When you choose one of our providers, you're starting a relationship with access to award-winning specialty care, diagnostics, and MyWVU chart. Our state-of-the-art user-friendly electronic medical records that's at your fingertips. Caring for you for over 125 years. We're the only local community healthcare providers backed by the power of WVU medicine. Healthy relationships start here.
The Butcher Ben Autumn Festival is the place to go this fall for family-friendly entertainment. There will be plenty of food, games, and fun for all ages, including hay rides, a haunted barn, trunk or treat, costume and pumpkin decorating contests, and more. Parking is free, so visit the Butcher Ben Autumn Festival the last 2 weekends in October. at the West Virginia Interstate Fairgrounds in Mineral Wells. Don't forget to like us on Facebook and go to butcherbenautumnfestival.org for more information.
The Jackson County Community Foundation would like to announce basketball legend, broadcaster, humanitarian, and survivor Bill Walton as the keynote speaker for their annual benefit dinner. Enjoy an evening filled with food, entertainment, and the motivational words of Bill Walton. Thursday, October 19th at Millwood, West Virginia. This event is made possible by area sponsors, with proceeds benefiting the Community Foundation's grant program. Seating is limited, so visit jccfinc.org for tickets and details.
You don't have to go back to the dealer or travel hours to get professional maintenance and repair for your foreign auto. Cornerstone Auto Service is fully equipped with dealer-level equipment and the expertise to provide you with the same quality repairs you receive from the dealer at a fraction of the cost. From expert diagnostics to routine maintenance, Cornerstone provides honest answers and quality service. Professional, reliable, affordable. That's the team at Cornerstone Auto Service, Camden Avenue, Parkersburg.
I sincerely hope you never need my services, because my firm represents people that have been seriously hurt in automobile accidents. I'm Jim Staley, and I've seen the devastating effects that those accidents can have, not only on those who are injured, but also on those who are at fault. Don't drive distracted. Put down the phone. It can wait until you get where you're going. Staley Law Mediation, advocating for victims of serious personal injury.
I started in the mattress business in 1976. I was 24 years old. I spent 30 years running large manufacturing plants building all types of mattresses. Remember waterbeds?
There are many ways to design mattresses, and they all have their pros and cons. What you need to know is how those pros and cons fit with your individual needs. Every person has their own age, weight, and medical history to consider.
If it doesn't say Max, you're not the right mattress store.
Let Sir Speedy take your project from idea to execution. Large and small, simple to complex, top-notch printing, custom signage, or a direct mail marketing campaign, the professionals at Sir Speedy are here to help. You'll always get the quality products, personalized service, and experience you've come to expect. So bring us your challenges and we'll work with you to solve them. We're your local resource for creative solutions. Beautiful, inventive, smart, everything you need. At Sir Speedy, we do it all.
Have you heard what happened to those with curious minds? They packed up, broke free of conventions. These prospectors of knowledge are blazing a new trail, joining the long line of those who sought adventure and prepared for anything. This is the time. This is the place. Bring forth a pioneer.
It's spooky season, so I'm getting my costume ready. But you don't have to be afraid of slow internet speeds or high prices with internet from CAS Cable. Right now, new customers can buy 1 month of internet service from CAS Cable and get a second month free. This is one deal you can count on.
At Cox Family Pharmacy, we've built our reputation by taking exceptional care of our patients. Our team takes the time to get to know you and your family so you can get the help and service that you deserve. Thank you for making us your pharmacy for over 17 years. Cox Family Pharmacy, we're trusted.
Tired of long wait lines or no one answering the phone at chain pharmacies? At Cox Family Pharmacy, a real person answers the phone, and we do our best to make sure you and your family are well taken care of. Choose Cox Family Pharmacy. We're trusted.
Did you know that 90% of the American Red Cross workforce is made up of volunteers? That's why we're asking you to fall into service this autumn. You can help families affected by disasters big and small with comfort, food, and shelter, collect life-saving blood, support military members, and much more. Even medical professionals can use their skills to help in times of need. Go to redcross.org/volunteer today to get more information or contact your local Red Cross in Parkersburg. So change a life and fall into service with the American Red Cross.
Welcome back to Marietta College, Don Drum Stadium. Brian Nost and Jim Wharton here in halftime, getting ready for the third quarter. Marietta will get the football. Jim's got some halftime statistics for you. Jim, what did the first half look like?
Well, the first half was a day and night for the Marietta College Pioneers. It was nighttime in the first quarter for the Pioneers as John Carrol was all over them, taking advantage of turnovers and big plays, and John Carrol shoots out to a 21-0 lead at the end of the first quarter. Second quarter, that's when the daytime and the sunlight shone in for the Pioneers offense and defense as they shut John Carrol out 14-0 to get right back into this game. Looking at the numbers, the total offense for each team: for John Carrol, 26 plays for 201 yards. Marietta wins the battle. They had 36 plays in the first half for 213 yards. And running down the individual statistics there for the visiting John Carrol, the Mason Sullivan was the leading rusher, 6 carries, 35 yards, and Evan McVeigh had 7 carries for 35 yards, and John Komsufsik only had 1 rush, but it was a 4-yard touchdown run. And passing, Joe Collins completed 8 passes out of 12 attempts. He had 1 interception. He threw for 127 yards and 2 interceptions. Receiving, it's all Brennan Few, as he had 2 catches for 52 yards and 2 touchdowns. Now for the Pioneers, running game, Bryce Agnew 10 carries for 33 yards, and Vierstra had 5 carries for 20 yards, including some big first downs. Passing, it's Vierstra, 15 completions of 21 attempts, 1 interception. He's thrown 2 touchdowns. And receiving, Dawson Snyder, with a D, Dawson Snyder, 6 catches, 53 yards and a touchdown. And Jay Melchiori had 3 catches for 31 yards and a touchdown as well. And Serpatowski had a big second quarter, that is, kind of giving them life. He caught 5 passes for 52 yards. And that's the story for John Carrol. Scored on a Brennan Few 37-yard pass to Joe Collins. And Tom Sufsick, easy for me to say,
Tom Kufsick
had a 4-yard touchdown run, and then Brennan Few, a 15-yard pass from Joe Collins. That was all in the first quarter. In the second quarter, Marietta gets on the board. Connor Vierstra teams up with Jay Melchiori, 21 yards in the end zone. And here we go.
All right, Yanni Volas will kick it over to Dawson Snyder at the 6-yard line. Jim, great job on that. Snyder coming to the near side, has some room on the left side across the 30 to the 35, run out of bounds at the 43-yard line, pursued there by Chance Boyd. But a great job by Dawson Snyder getting the ball up into great field position for the Pioneers. They'll start at the 43.
And, of course, he had a kickoff return for a touchdown in the St. John Fisher game of 97 yards. That earned him the Special Teams Player of the Week in Week 1. A big win for Marietta in their first game of the season, and a great start for the Pioneers as they try to pick up where they left off in the second quarter.
1st and 10 for Marietta. Good field position at the 42. Shotgun formation, Vierstra. Play action to Agnew across the middle. Pass is caught. Dawson Snyder inside the 45 to the 44-yard line. First down, Marietta. And right now, the Pioneers are starting off on the right foot in the second half.
Vierstra is a wizard with that play action. He freezes the defenders there, and then he finds his open receiver, Snyder, for the first down yardage there.
1st and 10, Pioneers. 44 is the line of scrimmage. Just joining us, welcome, Brian Nost and Jim Wharton on CAS 45 and our coverage of Marietta College football. We've got a good one here this afternoon. Although it didn't start out that way, it's turned into something good. Snyder, Bryson, I'll get it in a second. Bryce Agnew, the ball carrier, ahead for 3 yards to the 41. It'll be 2nd and 7.
I can imagine the message Coach Andy Waddle had for his team in the locker room about not giving up when you're down 21-0 and keep on fighting. And they're back in this ball game, and then we'll see what they can do here in the second half.
Dawson Snyder in motion. They'll throw it to him. Screen pass. Got a little bit of room on the right side. There's a flag. There's going to be a block in the back. So this is coming back. Dre Baldwin.
It looked like a good block to me. They're calling it holding. Okay.
Oh, okay. All right, I got you.
He tried to lobby with the official, but he wasn't buying it, so that'll bring it back. Running down our officiating crew, referee is Steve Grove, umpire is Scott Soha, the linesman is Jordan Boone, the line judge is Victor Banjo, Nathan DeGospers, Adam Barnes, and Girardi Davis. That's your officiating crew.
So that hold knocks him back 10 yards. Or rather knocks him back 7 yards from the spot of the foul, excuse me. So it'll be 2nd and 17 now.
The second holding call on the Pioneers in this ball game.
And pretty disciplined football from Marietta, Jim, in the first half. Bierstra's got to roll right.
He's got a man wide open in the far sideline.
Yeah, and he's got him too. That is number 10, Jay Melchiori, close to a first down. And a good call, Jimmy. Had him wide open in the down the right side.
Yeah, Melchiori was waving his hands, going, here I am, and he kind of got lost from the Blue Streak secondary. Couldn't find him, and he makes him pay.
3rd and 1. Twin wide receivers to the left and to the right. They give it to Agnew right up the middle, and he is going to be short of the first down to the 35-yard line. So decision time here for Andy Waddle.
He's bringing in his tight end, so it looks like they're going to go for it.
Derek Witzberger on the way into the ball game with the play, the senior tight end.
Now, the last time they went for it on 4th down, they faked the handoff to Agnew, and Vierstra tried to get it, but he ran wide, and he got knocked down about a yard shy of the first down.
So Marietta needs this one here to keep the momentum on their side. They've done a good job of coming down the field here in the 3rd quarter with their first possession. They went into the locker room with all kinds of momentum. There's just a little big play, and they were all over it. Dawson Snyder came from the left side of the line. It was just a little shovel pass, and John Carroll swallowed it up. They needed a yard. They got a half a yard. John Carroll football.
That might be, who knows, that might be the play that kind of wakes up the moribund offense of the Blue Streaks that haven't been able to do anything since the first quarter.
So, Joe Collins back at it. He'll throw in the flat. Pass is caught, and in and out of the hands is Dorian Faison Jr. Pioneers had 2 opportunities to wrap him up right there at about the 42-yard line, and they let him go.
Yeah, the freshman O.C. Nurse was kind of playing off of him, giving the receiver a lot of respect, and he had a lot of room, and then he closed to try to get the tackle, but the receiver just blew right by him.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line. Collins straight over the middle, pass is caught. That's the tight end.
He was well covered by the Marietta defender, Harley Hopkins. Hopkins, a sophomore, is a big player for the Pioneers, and he was all over him, but was able to, the quarterback, just zip the ball in there for the completion.
Lucas DeRazio, the graduate student, the tight end with the reception. Shotgun formation. Man in motion is Faison. Sullivan over the left side. He's got room down the left sideline. Mason Sullivan is having a day, Jim.
And he just, at the end of the play, just put a shoulder right through the Marietta College defender and says, here, take some of this. I think that was Panucci who got the shoulder and got credited for the tackle.
1st and 10, John Carroll, and they're trying to answer as they come out of the locker room here. Marietta ran out of gas on their first possession after having all the momentum at halftime. Sullivan, the ball carrier.
They string him out this time. He might
not
pick up
much there.
a yard, if that.
maybe a yard. 2nd and 9.
Sullivan off the field for this play.
Basson Jr. in motion. Collins, play action. Now he'll throw. Almost picked off there. Anthony Sabatino, the defensive end, had a hand on it.
Yeah, Sabatino wasn't fooled.
He's just a little guy, 5'9", but he got up there and got his hand on that football. So 3rd and 10 now for John Carroll.
Big play for the Pioneer defense here. They try to get the stop.
Collins, empty backfield, all by himself. He's going to throw over the middle, screen pass, breaks one tackle.
Still shy of the first down.
Yeah. DeRazio on the catch, and that'll be 4th down.
Here comes the field goal unit.
Yanni Volas is the kicker. It's spotted at the 25, Jim, so it'll be a 35-yard attempt with 8:56 to go here on a running clock.
The wind's at his back, too, and maybe a little crosswind.
Kick is up, it is plenty long, and it is straight through. So a 35-yard field goal for Yanni Volas, and John Carroll extends their lead to 10, 24-14.
We've got a lineman down for the Blue Streaks.
8:42 to go in the 3rd. We'll stop and take a break. We'll come back right after this. Stay with us.
Let Sir Speedy take your project from idea to execution. Large and small, simple to complex, top-notch printing, custom signage, or a direct mail marketing campaign, the professionals at Sir Speedy are here to help. You'll always get the quality products, personalized service, and experience you've come to expect. So bring us your challenges and we'll work with you to solve them. We're your local resource for creative solutions. Beautiful, inventive, smart, everything you need. At Sir Speedy, we do it all.
Have you heard what happened to those with curious minds? They packed up, broke free of conventions. These prospectors of knowledge are blazing a new trail, joining the long line of those who sought adventure and prepared for anything. This is the time. This is the place. Bring forth a pioneer.
It's spooky season, so I'm getting my costume ready. But you don't have to be afraid of slow internet speeds or high prices with internet from CAS Cable. Right now, new customers can buy 1 month of internet service from CAS Cable and get a 2nd month free. This is one deal you can count on.
At Cox Family Pharmacy, we've built our reputation by taking exceptional care of our patients. Our team takes the time to get to know you and your family so you can get the help and service that you deserve. Thank you for making us your pharmacy for over 17 years. Cox Family Pharmacy, we're trusted.
Tired of long wait lines or no one answering the phone at chain pharmacies? At Cox Family Pharmacy, a real person answers the phone, and we do our best to make sure you and your family are well taken care of. Choose Cox Family Pharmacy. We're trusted.
Did you know that 90% of the American Red Cross workforce is made up of volunteers? That's why we're asking you to fall into service this autumn. You can help families affected by disasters big and small with comfort, food, and shelter, collect life-saving blood, support military members, and much more. Even medical professionals can use their skills to help in times of need. Go to redcross.org/volunteer today to get more information or contact your local Red Cross in Parkersburg. So change a life and fall into service with the American Red Cross.
I was out doing this one day, then this happened. Not cool. So I went to Murray's. Talked to Dennis. He rocks. Like, he literally rocks. They got me fixed up super fast, hassle-free. It was awesome. That's why I keep going back. When glass breaks, call Murray's.
Murray's will replace damaged insulated residential glass and a 10-year guarantee on seals from the manufacturer. Replacement units are made right here in the USA. Murray's, your trusted source for replacement glass for 75 years.
It's game time, and One Community Federal Credit Union is here to help you tackle your financial goals. With our convenient and secure electronic banking and mobile services, we're taking our customer service experience to the next level. Plus, our CD rates are some of the best around, so you get more bang for your buck. When you need a loan, One Community can get you a great rate and a fast decision made locally. It all adds up to us being the Mid-Ohio Valley's winning team. One Community Federal Credit Union. Online at onecommunityfcu.org.
Rivertown Grill in Williamstown is now open for lunch on Saturdays and Sundays. Enjoy your meal and the warm weather on our outdoor patio. We have all your lunch favorites, like sandwiches, salads, wings, burgers, and more. Be sure to follow us on Facebook for our weekly food specials. Join us soon for lunch on Saturday and Sunday at Rivertown Grill in Williamstown.
High school volleyball is back on CAS 45. Tuesday, October 10th at 5:30, the Parkersburg Catholic Crusaders take on the Parkersburg Big Reds. CAS 45 is proud to showcase local high school student athletes. Fans can watch the games live both on TV and streaming on Facebook and YouTube. Coverage is presented by WVU Medicine Camden Clark. Don't miss Catholic versus PHS volleyball Tuesday the 10th at 5:30 on CAS 45.
Join Discovery World on Market for their first adult After Hours at the museum. The weird science-themed Halloween event is Saturday, October 21st from 7 to 10 p.m. at 900 Market Street. The museum will be transformed into an evening full of scary science experiments, fear factor frights, elixir sips, fantastic bites, and fun for your inner child. Costumes are encouraged but not required. Prizes will be awarded to the best costumes. Events include access to 3 floors of exhibits, a spooky theater experience, and fun for those 21 plus.
Welcome back to Don Drum Stadium on the campus of Marietta College. The injured player for John Carrol is Jeremy Bravard. He is a senior lineman from Newark, Ohio, Licking Valley High School, and it is a right lower leg injury. They have an air cast on it. The Marietta Fire Department paramedics were brought out onto the field and rushed right out to take care of him. But Bravard being wheeled off.
He's talking to the paramedics and obviously frustrated, a senior to go down with an ankle injury at this point of the season.
Yeah. I mean, it looked like a right ankle injury, so, we don't want to speculate, but
on a field goal attempt, he just got caught up in the interior part of the line. Maybe somebody stepped on it, he rolled it.
So they are going to transport him to the hospital. They've got an ambulance on site here, and they've just called for another one to come in and take him over to the hospital, probably most likely get x-rays. So anyway, we're back in the scoring drive, a field goal from John Carrol of 35 yards, and now they lead it by 10, 24-14.
John Carroll defense made a stop on 4th down, turned the ball over to the offense, and the offense moved the ball right down the field. The Pioneer defense stiffened, and they had to settle for the field goal.
Dawson Snyder from his 3. Out across the 10, across the 15, 20. He's out of bounds at the 22-yard line.
Oh, somebody got shoved. I don't see a flag. Unless somebody flopped. Looked like a Blue Streak player went down backwards, but no harm, no foul. And you talk about Snyder, he's such a dangerous weapon, great special teams player and a great receiver. He can score anytime he touches the ball.
That field goal scoring drive, 7 plays, 47 yards. It took 3 minutes and 7 seconds. And Yanni Volas with a 35-yard field goal to give the Blue Streaks a 10-point lead. 8:37 to go in the third. BrianNost and Jim Wharton on CAS 45, and Marietta with their second possession of the second half. Play action, pass on the flat to Dre Baldwin. Baldwin across the 40, out of bounds at the 45-yard line. He's run out of bounds there by Kevin Doyle, but a first down for Marietta.
Once again, a big pass play on first down for the Pioneers. Gets them across the 50-yard line for the second time in this half. And a good pick up there by Baldwin, and great connection by Veerstra. Hit him, led him, and the receiver pulled it in and had all the momentum going his way.
First and 10, Marietta. Ball is at the 45-yard line. 3 wide receivers in the set, 1 at the top, 2 at the bottom. And the shotgun goes to Agnew. Bryce dancing, juking and jiving. He gets across the 45 out to the 47-yard line. It's going to be a gain of 2 on the play. It'll be second down and 8 Pioneers. Clock continuing to run at 7:52 in the third quarter.
He had those swivel hips moving, trying to get some open running room, but good containment there by the Blue Streaks. Got a OAC football score. The OAC front runner, Mountain Union, on top of Heidelberg, 20-3. That game's late in the first half. Purple Raiders.
Agnew in motion, and the
Nice
pass to
block.
Dawson Snyder in the flat. He's close to the first down. He'll be a yard short. Snyder down to the 44.5-yard line.
Jay Melchiori made a great block that sprung him and allowed him to pick up that big yardage there. Third and short.
46-yard line. And offside, this is a free play. Marietta will have the first down regardless. Pass to Witzberger is complete on the far side, but John Carroll jumped offside, and that's the call. It'll be their third offsides that I remember of the day. They let the play go. So I do believe it's a first down, Marietta.
Yeah, they had 3 penalties in the first half.
Yeah, it's offside against John Carroll. Marietta, of course, will decline that, and they'll take the play. First and 10 Pioneers, the ball at the 37-yard line. And, Jim, they're on the move again.
They are. They had a great drive to start the second half, but just came up, sputtered there on a fourth down. They couldn't pick up the conversion. And now they're back at it, seeing if they could cut into that 10-point Blue Streak lead.
Pistol formation for the Pioneers. Jet sweep. Here comes Dawson Snyder. Room on the left side across the 30. Run out of bounds at almost the 29-yard line. So a gain of 8 on the play for Snyder.
Great block there to help spring him by the Pioneers. And that was Agnew with the block.
They're going to give him a 7-yard pickup as they spotted at the 30. And it'll be second down and 3. I like the way Marietta's spreading the field out a little bit, Jim.
Yeah, it keeps the defense on their toes, off balance.
Veerstra under center. Now he backs off into the pistol formation. Witzberger goes in motion, and they'll hand it to Agnew. Agnew starts right, cuts up to the middle, still on his feet to the 27.
That will be the first down as the officials stop the clock.
Yeah, they do move the chains.
He's a great cutback runner. He's got great vision and a great sense of direction, which way to go.
Well, you know, I talked to Roger Walker, one of the assistant coaches here, and of course, one of the greatest running backs that Marietta has ever had. And I told Roger, I was like, man, Agnew's giving you a run for your money, isn't he? And he said, that's why I'm here, to make sure he does.
And he's on the top 5 of all the Marietta running lists.
Yeah.
Agnew is. And
Dawson Snyder in motion. Veerstra wants to throw, has a man wide open down the right side, and it was Sieraptowski was the intended receiver. Kevin Doyle on the coverage there, and the ball was just a second late getting there.
Yeah, Doyle closed strongly there to bat the ball away, but for a window of about a half a second, he was wide open. But why not take the shot? He just picked up first down. Second down, 3 more downs to go. Probing the defense.
Veerstra will change the play here at the line of scrimmage. Witzberger is the tight end, 3 wide receivers in the set, and Agnew is behind Veerstra. The ball goes to Agnew right up the middle, across the 25, down to the 24.5-yard line, 23.5-yard line.
Agnew's getting the main load of work for the Marietta running backs. He's been the only running back to run the ball. Their number 2 was a scratch from today's game, so it's been all Bryce Agnew when they run the ball.
Yeah, Zion Jackson-Wilburn is scratched today, and Vontae Hodges is the backup, but so far today, he has not even been in the football game except on special teams.
Yeah, he's just a freshman.
Snyder in motion. They give it to
play
action across the middle. Pass is caught. Inside the 10-yard line is Sirapatowski. He is, I don't know how many catches he has today, but he has done really, really well as far as he's been probably at least 5 or 6 catches today.
At the half, he had 5 catches for 52 yards, and I think he's had 2 here in the third quarter. So 5 or 6 catches today. He's getting his number called a lot.
He's taking advantage of it.
When you've got guys like Baldwin and Snyder and Sirapatowski, keeps the opposing defense off balance.
Slant, touchdown! Dawson Snyder. Man, I love that slant route. You can't hardly ever stop it. Veerstra saw something at the line of scrimmage, called that slant. Check it out.
The replay. Oh, zip that pass in there. Great hands. Pulls it in for the 9-yard touchdown reception. His second touchdown catch of the day. And the Pioneers are an extra point away from pulling within a field goal with under 4 minutes to go here in the third quarter.
He had a step on Elijah Chungu on the inside, the 6-foot senior. And Marietta takes advantage. Kick is up and good with 3:57 to go in the third. Marietta back on the board. They trail it by 3, 24-21. We'll take a break. We're coming right back. We got a good one here. Stay with us.
Let Sir Speedy take your project from idea to execution. Large and small, simple to complex, top-notch printing, custom signage, or a direct mail marketing campaign, the professionals at Sir Speedy are here to help. You'll always get the quality products, personalized service, and experience you've come to expect. So bring us your challenges and we'll work with you to solve them. We're your local resource for creative solutions. Beautiful, inventive, smart, everything you need. At Sir Speedy, we do it all.
Got us a good one there, partner.
Good ball game here in Marietta, 24-21. While I have a second, well, I really don't have a second. I'll do this here in a minute. But Gossett will kick off for Marietta. Ball is at the, obviously spotted at the 35. Back for John Carrol, number 2, Tyler Mintz, and number 22, Daniel Gallagher Jr. Jim, what'd that scoring drive look like?
It was a 10-play drive for 75 yards. It took 4:45 off the clock, and the piece de resistance was Connor Veerstra to Dawson Snyder, 9 yards for the touchdown, his second TD of the game for Snyder.
Tyler Mintz, go ahead, I'm sorry.
And the third touchdown pass of the day for Veerstra.
As you saw there, Mintz with a great return starting at his 1-yard line all the way out to the 30, so a 29-yard return off the Gossett kickoff. So 1st and 10 for John Carrol, good field position at the 30, and they hold a 3-point lead. Well, if you're Marietta right now, man, you're thinking, gosh, I'd like to have that first quarterback.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Spotting him 21 right there has really, really hurt him.
But the great thing is they are able to overcome that, put that behind them, work very hard to get back in the game, and they've done just that. It's anybody's ball game over the final quarter and 4 minutes.
Joe Collins is the quarterback. Over the middle, pass is caught. His favorite receiver of the day is Lucas D'Orazio.
He had all sorts of time to get that off. He just sat in the pocket, waited till he could find DeRagio, and he hit him. That's DeRagio's 4th catch of the day.
First down, ball out to the 45-yard line. Gain of 14 on the play.
Sun's peeking out here.
Yeah. It's been kind of overcast all day. You see a lot of people with their fall coats on.
You had temperatures in the 50s, and then you had the breeze there.
McVeigh is the ball carrier, and he has a lot of room on that outside. Evan McVeigh, the junior, averages 5 yards a carry. He got a heck of a lot more than that on that carry.
Yeah, he just picked his way, sidestepping, running the ball to the left and getting out of bounds for another pickup of first down yardage.
1st and 10, John Carrol.
Clock continues to run. We are at 2:55 in the 3rd quarter.
McVeigh has 46 yards rushing on the day.
Collins hands the ball up the middle. That is McVeigh again. And another first down. So 2 plays, 2 first downs for John Carroll. And now we're seeing the blue streaks of the first quarter right here, Jim.
Exactly, moving the ball, but the impressive part was the offensive line. They've got 5 guys up front just blowing the Pioneers off the ball on 2 successive running plays.
They averaged 268 across the front against 261 Marietta's defense.
Of course, offensive linemen tell you they love to run block as opposed to pass block because they can just load up and deliver.
McVeigh up the middle, huge hole, another first down. 3 plays, 3 first downs, and John Carroll's rolling.
That's a case of they saying, this is what we're going to do. We're going to line up and run it right at you. If you can stop us, good, but if not, we'll just keep on doing it.
Well, they're getting back to what they did so well in that first quarter. I don't know where it's been the last 2 quarters, but this is exactly the way they moved the football up and down the field during that first 15 minutes.
Let's see if Collins kind of probes a pass here.
McVeigh hit in the backfield and thrown for a big loss.
He tried to bounce away from the tackler, but he just lost it.
Chance Knight on the stop for Marietta, and a big loss of about 10.
It's a couple big plays for Chance Knight today.
Loss of 9.
Almost 10, loss of 9, 2nd and 19. Clock continues to run. We're at $1:14 to go in the 3rd quarter.
A play like that could turn a drive around for Marietta. That could be the lift the defense was looking for. Now we'll see if the senior, the graduated senior, can come up with a big play here at quarterback.
Pressure from Knight, and a nice job by Marietta on the coverage. Harley Hopkins, the linebacker,
just wrapped them up and brought him down.
Marietta started that mess with a blitz from the right side. And super job by Hopkins. Hopkins, of course, as we said earlier, the leading tackler on this Marietta ball club.
And just a sophomore.
Marietta fans making some noise here. Collins at his 40 waits the snap, and here it is. Collins in trouble, he's going down.
Only the 2nd time this season Collins has been sacked in a great play by the Marietta defense. They bring the heat. Anthony Sabatino, the senior, shows some leadership there, bringing him down and taking them out of field goal range.
Big time.
And John Carroll will have to punt the ball away. So 2 successive great defensive plays that they've been driving down the field.
That's the last play of the 3rd quarter, Jim. We'll come back and we'll start the 4th. Right after this, you're watching Marietta College football on CAS 45.
Have you heard what happened to those with curious minds? They packed up, broke free of conventions. These prospectors of knowledge are blazing a new trail, joining the long line of those who sought adventure and prepared for anything. This is the time. This is the place. Bring forth a pioneer.
It's spooky season, so I'm getting my costume ready. But you don't have to be afraid of slow internet speeds or high prices with internet from CAS Cable. Right now, new customers can buy 1 month of internet service from CAS Cable and get a second month free. This is one deal you can count on.
As we start the fourth quarter, John Carroll drive just came to a screeching halt. They were having no trouble whatsoever pushing the ball down the field, and not sure what Dawson Snyder was thinking right there. He could have let it roll into the end zone.
I think that one bounce kind of changed his mind because it looked like it bounced high, and he thought that they could come down and cover it, but he tried to get the most he could out of that, out of a bad situation. So the ball's at the 10, and he thought it might have been out at the 1 or 2, but
so far in this game, Marietta has out-offensed John Carroll. 321 total yards for Marietta to just 275 for John Carroll. Now, Marietta has had 12 more plays than John Carroll.
One of our great Supreme Court justices, John Marshall.
That's right. Vierster throwing into double coverage, and a nice job by Melchiori preventing the interception there.
Yeah, he became an offensive player turning into a defensive player.
Yeah.
He was well covered on that play.
Not sure what Vierster was thinking there throwing into double coverage, but I mean, he trusted Melchiori, I think, more than he may have should have there.
I think he thought he could lead him, that he had a little bit more oomph on it than he really did.
But Melchiori doing a nice job of knocking it out of the hands of Kevin Doyle, who was there on coverage. In the pistol, they'll give it to Agnew over the left side. Agnew puts his shoulder down, gets out to the 14-yard line. They'll mark it at the 13, so a gain of only 3, and now it'll be 3rd down and 7.
Pioneers trying to come up with a play here. Just the start of the fourth quarter. Down 3 points. And they've been successful in drives so far from the second quarter on.
And if they ever needed points, they need it on this drive right here. They could tie it or take the lead, but right now they've got to convert a 3rd and 7. Pass is in the flat and caught.
First down.
Jay Melchiori to the 25-yard line. First down, Marietta. Wow, that's huge.
He went out there a downfield route, then he cut it to the near sidelines, and Vierster laid the ball right in his hands for the first down. A little bit tall, but he was able to pull it in. I was going to say, Melchiori had to climb the ladder a little bit to go get it. And I was afraid that Vierster got a little bit too much air under that thing, but Melchiori doing a nice job. 1st and 10, Marietta, and they got themselves a little bit of breathing room from their own end zone. I'm sure John Vanderwall liked the vertical leap.
That's right.
From Melchiori there.
Play action, pass to Sierptowski, sheds a tackler across the 35, first down Marietta. Sierptowski out to the 40. I'm telling you what, John has had a day, Jim.
He has. He's made the big plays, and he's just been part of a trio of Pioneer wide receivers that have really made some big contributions today. Sierptowski, I believe that is his 7th catch of the game. 7 catches for over 80 yards.
First down, Marietta. Ball is at the 40-yard line. Shotgun formation, Vierstra and Agnew in the backfield. Play action, Vierstra over the middle, has Dawson Snyder, and he caught it at the 29-yard line. First down, Marietta, and Snyder working against Elijah Chungu. Got him down the left side.
A 41-yard pickup and just a great throw and a great catch.
And Marietta.
This drive started at their own 10-yard line, and they're looking to pound it 90 yards and take the lead here possibly.
What a great pitch and catch. Veerstra to Dawson Snyder. Connor wants to do it again. Across the middle. Oh. He was open and could not get to it. And Veerstra took a shot. He seems to be up and okay.
Yeah, Veerstra, his backup is Logan Ratliff, but Pioneers already lost a quarterback in the first game of the season. Their number 2 quarterback broke his leg, and now we've got a John Carrol player down. With
that's Thomas Farron, number 96. Let's take a quick break, and we'll come back right after this. Stay with us.
It's game time, and One Community Federal Credit Union is here to help you tackle your financial goals. With our convenient and secure electronic banking and mobile services, we're taking our customer service experience to the next level. Plus, our CD rates are some of the best around, so you get more bang for your buck. When you need a loan, One Community can get you a great rate and a fast decision made locally. It all adds up to us being the Mid-Ohio Valley's winning team. One Community Federal Credit Union. Online at onecommunityfcu.org.
All right, the injured player was Thomas Farron. He made it off the field under his own power. Good to see. 2nd and 10 now for the Pioneers. Ball is at the 26-yard line. Witzberger in motion. They give it to Agnew around the right side. He's got a blocker. Agnew to the 20, to the 19-yard line. Gain of 7 on the play for Bryce Agnew, and Marietta continues to move the football.
Left tackle Braden Adams made the block that sprung him for the extra yardage. Adams is 6'2", 235-pound sophomore.
Now there's a flag, Jim, at the 18, and I think they're going to say it's against Marietta.
We'll see what the referee, Steve Grove, has for us.
The official has the ball spotted at the 20, but still no call, and now here it is. Let's look at what Steve says. Face mask against Marietta. Wow.
That's the 3rd big offensive penalty.
Holy moly.
Against the Pioneers in this game. 2 holds and now a face mask.
Man, that hurts.
Yeah, that's their second personal foul penalty of this half, or a hold in a face mask. That does. Now it's 2nd and 19.
So
and at least you want to get into field goal range so you can pick one up.
Witzberger comes into motion. Over the middle. Oh! Threw it behind Dawson Snyder, and he had all kinds of running room.
He did. I think he would have gone to the house. And also what you hate to see when the ball's tipped up in the air like that, a lot of times it's a pick off.
And Veerstra took another shot, Jim. That's 2 out of the last 3 plays he has gotten hit when he's thrown the football. Man, if Connor just leads him correctly, Marietta takes the lead in this game.
Now if they don't get the first down, at least to have to pick up some positive yardage, it may give them the opportunity for a field goal.
4 down territory here. It's 3rd and 19.
Pressure.
Veerstra, bootleg, left, over to the right. Intercepted. Come back the other way. It's picked off by Lamar Thomas.
Lamar closed quickly on that. Thomas closed quickly on it. He was watching his eyes. When he threw downfield, he was right there.
Pass was intended for Dawson Snyder, and Snyder kicking himself in the hind end now because he knows he should have caught that ball. Even though it was behind him a little bit, his hands were on it, and he just let it get out of his grasp. And now the very next play, Veerstra throws an interception, and John Carrol is in business.
That's the 2nd interception of the game for the Marietta quarterback and the 2nd takeaway of the game for the for the Blue Streak defense.
So Marietta needs a big stop right here. They've held John Carroll to 3 points since the first quarter. Collins, right side, Dorian Fasten Jr. the catch. Maybe 3-yard gain on the play.
O.C. Nurse in on the tackle. He was on the coverage.
Second and 7.
Marietta's defense has made some big plays in this half. They need to get a stop here to get the ball back for their offense.
Handoff right up the middle. Now kicking out to the right side is Sullivan.
Last possession, the Blue Streaks were able to run the ball right down the field at will.
Yeah.
And this time it looks as if the Marietta's made the adjustment along the line, and they've shut them down so far for the run game. The first 2 plays of this series.
Clock inside 10:50 now to go in the ball game. John Carroll with the lead and the football and a little bit of momentum right now after that interception. 3rd and 8. Pistol, Collins, flat, first down. Brennan Few.
And Few just did a curl right along the far sidelines, and Collins got him the ball right there, and he moves the chains for first down.
Kiero Gordon running him out of bounds. Clock continues to run. First down, John Carroll. And Jim, I have a feeling we're just going to see some ball control offense here from the Blue Streaks. They've got the lead.
Yeah, they just want to eat some clock here.
Yeah, and right up the middle, there's that play that has worked for them all day long as Sullivan has taken it right up. Let's look again here at the pick. Veerstra kind of bootlegs to the right, looking for Dawson. He's under pressure. And, oh, I'm sorry, it wasn't Dawson. It was Dre Baldwin.
Dre Baldwin, yeah.
And Thomas.
But Veerstra never saw it coming.
Thomas played it well. He played off the ball, and then on the throw, he broke. Right up the middle. Sullivan.
That was a nice tackle by O.C. Nurse on the play for Marietta. 3rd and short. I don't know if Coach Behrman's a gambling man, but 3rd and short, would he take a shot here with the pass?
No, run it. I mean, if I'm them, because they're running all over. They can go right up the middle, and
I've got the heart of a riverboat gambler myself.
Yeah, well, I hear you. That's what they're doing, right up the middle, first down. Yeah, he just had to get to the 39, and he got over the 40-yard line out to the 41, so he picked up 3 on the play. You know, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And Sullivan has been jamming it down Marietta's throat all day.
And that's why I don't have an offensive coordinator's job.
That's right. Yeah,
Clock's
you had to
ticking away here.
You had to think that they were going to run that football, and now they're just taking their sweet old time. 13 seconds on the play clock. They've got all kinds of time. They've got the momentum. They've got the football, and most importantly, they've got the lead.
Pioneers
Sullivan
trying to get a takeaway here. They've had a couple in this game and are looking for another.
Sullivan just pinballing his way up the middle, bouncing off guys out to the 49-yard line, gain of 8 on the play, and John Carroll is starting to dominate here just like they did in the first quarter.
2nd and 2.
Pioneers have to come up with something inside, gut it out. It's been a hard physical game for more than 3 quarters now. The defense has made some great stops, and they have to somehow make a play. Somebody's going to step up and lead this team.
And I can't see John Carroll throwing the football anymore this afternoon. The way they're running it, I mean, there's a yard gain right there from Sullivan, but the way they're running the football, why throw it?
It'll bring up another 3rd and short, Ryan. 3rd and about a yard or less than a yard.
And It's third.
Ball is just shy of the 50, and they've got to get to the 49-yard line.
Third and 1.
Some Pioneer fans on their seats trying to exhort their team to make a play.
Again, Youth Day here at Don Drum. Over 17,000 tickets given out to students in Ohio and West Virginia at 47 different elementary schools. And number 23, Evan McVeigh, into the ball game, and he gets another Blue Streak first down. And
he was in the deep five position, probably about 8 or 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage, and he got the handoff about 5 yards from the line of scrimmage with a full head of steam and some blocking in front of him, and he picks up that first down.
So the Blue Streaks kind of imposing their will here late in the ball game.
Good stick.
Handoff up the middle to Evan McVeigh, and he stopped right at the line of scrimmage for no gain.
I think Chance Knight in on the tackle. Linebackers had some great plays.
2nd and 10.
Pioneers have all 3 of their timeouts left. They need to make a stand.
Chance Knight with a few tackles today. He had 24 coming in, 3rd leading tackler on the team behind Hopkins and Brady McManaway.
Here's a pass.
I say they're never going to throw, and look at there. He's going to go to the house untouched. 87, Lucas DeRazio has been the favorite target all day long. And right there, a little play action. Marietta wasn't expecting it. Into the end zone he goes.
They soften him up with the running play after running play after running play. Then they call the pass to the tight end, and he goes 48 yards for the score, extending that lead, pending the extra point back to 10 points.
So John Carroll about to make this a 10-point game after Marietta cut it to 3. And Yanni Vallis getting ready to attempt the extra point here. And that kick is up, and it's good. 5:41 to go in the ball game. John Carroll takes a 10-point lead, 31-21. We'll come back and call the rest of it for you right after this on CAS 45.
Rivertown Grill in Williamstown is now open for lunch on Saturdays and Sundays. Enjoy your meal and the warm weather on our outdoor patio. We have all your lunch favorites, like sandwiches, salads, wings, burgers, and more. Be sure to follow us on Facebook for our weekly food specials. Join us soon for lunch on Saturday and Sunday at Rivertown Grill in Williamstown.
31-21 is our score. While I have a second, I want to send out my thoughts and prayers to Terry Chrislip and Joe Chrislip. Their mom, Barbara, passed away the other day, and the grandmother to Brian Chrislip and so many other grandkids, obviously. But Joe and Terry, Joe, a longtime coach at Parkersburg South High School. Terry and Joe and others have started the E Center over on South Side in Parkersburg. So a sad time for the Chrislip family right now. So our thoughts and prayers go out to Terry and Joe and the entire family at the loss of their mom, Barbara.
Prayers of condolence.
So 5:35 to go in the ball game. Marietta will take over 1st and 10.
Pioneers turn the ball over, and then John Carroll drives right down the field. They had a 11-play scoring drive, 11 plays, 83 yards, and the backbreaker was the Joe Collins to Lucas DeRazio 48-yard touchdown pass to extend the lead to 31-21. Looking at the rushing yards for John Carroll, they've got 3 running backs having a great day, including Mason Sullivan with 86 yards, Evan McVeigh with 59 yards.
Agnew over the right side. He's wrapped up immediately by Joe Timmons.
Another stat that we looked at, Marietta only has 3 penalties, but they've all been killer offensive penalties for 35 yards.
Yep. That face mask last drive just absolutely killed them. And there is a miscommunication. Veerstra and Melchiori was the intended receiver, but Veerstra threw it 8 yards behind him. I think he thought that
he was going to cut out.
Going to come back.
Yep.
Quickly a 3rd down.
And Marietta cannot afford a 3-and-out here. They have to come up with some way to get the first down.
They've got to put points on the board on this drive, and they have to do it quickly. Time is not on their side, and neither is the score. Down 10 with 5:09 to go. Veerstra, straight drop, steps up, throws, caught. Dawson Snyder makes up for the one he dropped a little while ago, and a first down for Marietta out to the 45-yard line.
He is money. He's got the great hands, and he made the big play. A big 3rd down play was needed, and they got it.
And he's only a junior. Thank goodness he'll be back. Veerstra, swing pass to Agnew. Cuts up inside. Little bit of running room. Pinballs all the way across midfield to the 49-yard line. And slow to get up is Chris Golson, number 2, as Agnew bounced off of Golson, and I think Golson got the worst of that.
Yeah, I say Agnew's a load.
Left side, pass is caught. Jay Melchiori.
He ran deep, and then he button hooked and came back, and the ball was waiting right for him. Good timing play there. Moving the chains once again.
Well, and they need to quickly. They need a score, a stop, and another score. First things first, Veerstra steps up, pressure, rolling right. He's just going to go out of bounds. Chased out of there by Tyler Timmons.
And wisely, Timmons laid off of him, and you don't want to get a roughing penalty or an unnecessary roughing penalty at this stage of the game.
Well, that's a senior experience for you. Timmons out of Bethel Park in Pittsburgh.
Another hotbed of football.
Yeah, that WPIAL up there is unreal. Dawson Snyder again. Pass is caught. 18-yard line.
That'll stop the clock, move the chains.
It's a 14-yard pickup there. First down, Marietta. Pistol. Veerstra wants to throw. Looking for Dawson. He overshot him. And it's a good thing, too, because on the coverage right there, Lamar Thomas, he's the guy that picked him off last time.
And he overshot Thomas as well.
Second down.
That'll stop the clock with 3.5 minutes to go here in the 4th quarter.
I'll tell you what, if you folks watched us in the first quarter and then turned it off and then came back and are watching us now, you have missed a great football game. Marietta has totally outplayed John Carroll since the second quarter, but John Carroll taking a Marietta turnover and turning it into points are up by 10. Agnew inside the 10 to the 9.
Close to first down yardage. You'll say he was just short. Well, they say he didn't get out of bounds as the clock is rolling.
3rd and 1 for the Pioneers. Veerstra trying to draw him offside like he's done so effectively already today 3 different times.
You just pound it with Agnew here, or do you go to the end zone?
No, I got to run it. Agnew, shoulder down and first down.
Nice job by the right side of the Marietta line. David Bush and Brady Shoudwalker making the blocks that open up that first down yardage. First and goal from the 7-yard line.
I mean, John Carroll was in a cover 4 there. They had the safeties and the corners splitting the field, and so Marietta really had no holes. You know, I would have passed if it was cover 0, man to man, but everybody's Oh, there's got to be a flag. You better believe it. And that occurred in the end zone, so that'll be first and goal for Marietta at the 2.
Yeah, the defender just reached up and grabbed Dawson.
Well, he had to because Dawson had him beat.
That was Chris Golson, the 5'10" junior, getting caught on that play.
So that the foul occurred in the end zone, first and goal, Marietta. So let's get a quick score here, and then we'll worry about an onside kick, or we'll worry about you got to be thinking onside kick. But first things first, you got to put the ball in the end zone here.
Yes, indeed.
I mean, a field goal will be okay, but you still have to get the ball back.
Yes.
Pistol.
Looking left.
He's got a man in the end zone. Dawson, touchdown! Dawson Snyder.
Just ran to the corner, and Bierster laid it right in over the defender, and Snyder's hands have been perfect all day long, and he pulls it in for that touchdown to cut the lead to 3, pending the extra point.
That's the second time that Dawson Snyder has beaten Elijah Chungu for a touchdown, and Marietta is an extra point away from making this a 3-point ball game.
That's the 4th touchdown pass of the day for Vierstra, and that's the first time a Pioneer has thrown 4 touchdowns in one game since last year when it was Vierstra getting the job done.
Look at you, Mr. Statistician.
Well, you gotta love Jeff Shalley in the last time page of the program.
I'm gonna tell you something. There is not a better SID in the OAC or anywhere that I've ever been to do college ball, basketball, football, whatever, than Jeff Shalley. I mean, that guy knows what he's doing, and the prep work that goes into all of this is just incredible. He doesn't sleep, by the way, from August until May when school lets out.
He is one of a kind. The last time the Pioneers had 4 touchdowns in a game came against Baldwin Wallace on October 1st of 2022.
Passing touchdowns.
Yes.
All right, big extra point right here from Derek Klein. He's missed 1, maybe 2 this year. Hopefully not here. Bad snap, but the kick is up and good. 2:21 to go. Marietta is back within 3.
Great job by the holder there to get the ball down. And they got the ball up and through. So 2:21 to go in this game. We got us a ball game, Brian. You have the option of the onside kick, or you kick the ball away and hope you can get a stop because you've got 3 timeouts.
So personal foul against John Carroll. And it looks like they ran into Klein. So Marietta will take advantage of that and take that yardage on the kickoff.
Yeah.
So, man, how's your onside game here? That's the question.
Now the umpire will walk it off.
So it's running into the kicker.
Right. Yeah, they're going to walk off the penalty now. Oh, that's the big one.
Yeah, it's 15 yards. That'll put the ball at midfield for the kick.
I'd say you go for the onside kick then.
You have to.
Yep.
No matter where he kicks it off from, you have to go for the onside kick.
You got 3 timeouts, and you get a stop.
There's no way that they're stopping John. The way John Carroll ran the football there in the early part of the fourth quarter, that's exactly the way they looked like they ran the ball in the first quarter. So you onside kick no matter where you kick it off from.
We've got defensive backs and wide receivers out there, so you've got the hands team for the Blue Streaks there.
And here we go. And it goes out of bounds.
Out of bounds at the 40.
Well, it'll be John Carroll football.
Running down that last drive for the Pioneers, a scoring drive, 11 plays, 73 yards. Only took 3 minutes and 20 seconds off the clock. And it was Dawson Snyder connecting with, Dawson Snyder pulling in the pass from Vierstra. And for the touchdown, to cut it to 3. And for Snyder, he's got 14 passes for 150 yards and 3 touchdowns on the day.
Wow. All right, so 2:21. Marietta needs the football. They trail it by 3, and John Carroll will not throw this ball anymore today. Collins in the shotgun. Sullivan ahead across the 50.
Big pickup on first down.
Yeah, and, you know, Sullivan has just had himself a day, man. That kid is really put together. 205, he's 6'1", he's only a junior, and Marietta quickly calls a timeout.
Sullivan has 14 rushes for 86 yards on the day. So Pioneers have 2 timeouts left. Need to get a stop here, get the ball back for their offense with somewhere the less 145 range if they could get a stop here.
Yeah. But they've got to, a turnover wouldn't hurt either.
Yeah.
But, like I said, ain't no way you're going to see the Blue Streaks throw the football anymore today. It ain't happening.
As they used to say at Brownie's Bakery here in town, there's always a good time for a turnover.
Oh, Brownie's Bakery.
Oh, that was wonderful.
Man. Brings back memories, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm. I don't suppose you can tell I'm hungry right now.
Well, you had 13 pieces of Smitty's pizza at halftime.
That's such good pizza, you can't resist.
I know, it's good stuff. All right, 2:14 to go in the ball game. Shotgun. Sullivan hitting the backfield for a loss. That's about a 2.5-yard loss.
He got submarined.
Yeah, Marietta takes their second timeout. So brings up a 3rd down. Now, I said you'd never see him throw the ball. I may have misspoke. They're going to bring up a 3rd and a bunch, about 7. So now, if Marietta can get a stop here, John Carroll has to punt and try to pin Marietta deep.
Anthony Sabatino gets the credit on that tackle. He just got in there low and brought him down.
Could this be the day that Marietta breaks that 35-game streak of not beating John Carroll? 34-0-1 over the years in 35 games.
Big 3rd down play here. This is the ball game.
Yeah, this is the ball game. You're right. Marietta just down to 1 timeout. And the fans exhorting the Marietta defense to make a stop. Handoff up the middle. He's going to be short. Marietta's going to have to take another timeout.
At the 2:06 mark.
So, good job there. A heads-up play by Jeff Bierman in his first season. Rather than take a pass play and risk the incompletion, he kept it on the ground and made Marietta use their final timeout. So Marietta is going to get the ball back with about 2 minutes to go with no timeouts, and they're going to have to go the length of the field.
And as you said earlier, the way they've been running, why not run the ball?
Yeah.
And they've, but the Pioneers make the play, and now we'll see if Dawson Snyder, punt return, you never know.
Well, yeah, I don't know that I'd eat that time off the clock unless you had a lane that you could drive an 18-wheeler through. I'm sure that Andy Waddle is telling Dawson Snyder, unless you can see daylight forever, stop that clock and give us some time. Because time is not on the Pioneers' side right now. 2:06 to go, and by the time Marietta gets the ball here, it'll be 2 minutes or under.
Snyder back at the 13 to receive the punt. It's a
big high punt, fair catch. And it goes into the end zone. Wow, that's big. Nice job of acting there by Dawson Snyder. Had me fooled.
1:59 on the clock.
Doesn't take much to fool me, I'm telling you. So the ball will be at the 20-yard line. Marietta has got to go 80 yards to either tie it or win it, and they've got a $1.59 to do it. No timeouts.
And, of course, Marietta has only had a tie in this series. back in 1995, 21-21. There'll be no tie today because they'll go to overtime if they can pull even.
And over on the far side, you see all the Blue Streak fans getting into it and trying to pump up their defense here. And here we go. This is the ball game. Veerstra, straight drop. Now he'll step up. He'll run. Veerstra, first down.
That'll stop the clock.
There is no slide in Connor Veerstra's vocabulary. He stuck his shoulder down and pushed ahead for 2 more yards. Clock running, 1:47 on the clock.
217 pounds and no doubt a lot of time in the weight room.
Veerstra on the comebacker. That's Melchiori. Across the 40 to the 42, short of the first down. Marietta's got to hurry. 1:33 to go in the ball game.
Umpires running to set the ball, and the ball's in play.
2nd and 2 for Marietta. Veerstra wants to throw. Now he's got to be flushed out of the pocket. Underneath, pass is caught. That's Dawson Snyder. First down, Marietta. Across midfield to the 48-yard line. Pioneers are on the move.
Once again, Snyder, Dre Baldwin, that is, saw his quarterback on the move, so he cut off his route and came back to him and gave him kind of a crouch position to catch that football.
1st and 10, Marietta. Veerstra, all the time in the world. Pass over the middle is caught by Dawson Snyder. First down, Marietta to the 34-yard line. Pick up a 14 on the play.
Moves the chains once again, stopping the clock. No, the clock has now been wound.
Well, they stopped it long enough to move the chains. Now it's running. 53 seconds to go in the ball game. Veerstra in trouble and a big sack. Wow, I'm telling you what, the blitz came from the left side. Out of nowhere was Jaheim Peak.
And they've got to regroup here and get the ball. Clock stopped. Got to clock the ball right here. No, they'll go for a play.
2nd and 19, a loss of 9 on the play. And the flat, the pass is.
My goodness, he caught it.
Oh, no, he said no. The official said the ball hit the turf. Sierptowski can't believe it. Please tell me we have that.
He's made so many big plays on the day. It looked like he had one more. And he says he had it. He's going to the far sidelines. Hey, I caught that ball.
Now a flag comes in, and I think that might be Marietta's sideline.
Oh, you can't pick up that penalty at this stage of the game. Is that a sideline warning? Oh, that's a killer.
Yeah, wow. Dead ball, unsportsmanlike. Andy Waddle now out on the field pleading his case, and it's too late for that.
Oh, my goodness.
It looks like John Carrol has called a timeout here. So Marietta with a chance to regroup at 29 seconds. But, man, Sierptowski was saying, I caught the ball. But the side judge came in and said, no, you didn't.
He sold it hard. I'm sure he believed he caught it.
Well, sure. And Andy Waddle is livid. I mean, he is really, really upset.
Yeah, that's a penalty you can't get at this stage of the game.
Marietta has got to get to the 24-yard line for a first down. And the ball is sitting on their own 42. So 3rd and 34. If you're Don Nealon, you call a draw play here.
Not too many plays in your playbook for 3rd down and 34.
No.
It's miracle time.
Veerstra underneath, and he's hit when he throws.
It's a good thing, too.
Jake Phillips, the linebacker, hits Veerstra as he throws, and Marietta's down to their final play.
Yeah, that ball was would have been picked off by the John Carroll defense. Kevin Doyle, we've called his name a lot. He was in the vicinity when the ball came up short. So
everybody and their brother is going to be back here as Marietta will try. I don't know if it's going to be a Hail Mary or if it's going to be one of those plays where you
hook and lateral
or what, but this is it right here. And the unsportsmanlike is a killer for Marietta. Andy Waddle did not agree with the call. He let the official know it. Bierstra over the middle, and that's the ball game. Intended for Dre Baldwin, and John Carroll is going to escape by the skin of their teeth here at Don Drum this afternoon. Marietta spotted him 21 and fought back and kicked the snot out of him in the second half from the second quarter on, but it just wasn't enough to overcome that 21-point deficit.
Blue Streaks knew they were in a ball game today. We thought it would be close, and it didn't look that way, as you said, after the first quarter, but what a game it's turned out to be over the final 3 quarters. And the Pioneers have the ball and a chance to tie or win this game in the closing minutes. There's no such thing as a moral loss or a
moral victory.
Victory, but John Carroll's getting it done. Takes the knee, and that'll do it.
Yep. Final score, John Carroll 31-28. You know, you erase that first quarter, Marietta wins this game 28-10. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Because they totally outplayed John Carroll from the second quarter on. Blue Streaks held to 10 points in the second half. And I'll tell you, penalties killed the Pioneers today, Jim.
And they nothing, were all offensive penalties.
Yeah, and nothing worse than that last unsportsmanlike right there at the end. Sierpatowski thought he caught the football. Everybody on this side of the field thought he caught that football, but the official said no. Andy said something that he probably shouldn't have said, and unfortunately, it cost Marietta 15 yards and ultimately cost them the ball game. So
I know officials that say that in the heat of the moment, coaches can say things, and the referees will give them the benefit of the doubt, have some discretion on that, but apparently it was something that the referee would not tolerate.
Yeah. Well, listen, folks, the OAC Game of the Week this week turned out to be the Game of the Week. It was a barn burner from the second quarter on, and Marietta just falling a little bit short. And John Carroll goes to 6-0. They've got to feel like they got out of here with their lives today because Marietta gave them everything that they absolutely wanted and then some. You know, you talk about penalties. Marietta, 4 penalties for 50 yards, none bigger than that last one. They only had 3 penalties all day up until that last drive. 4 penalties for 50 yards. John Carroll, on the other hand, 5 penalties for 40 yards. But Marietta outgained them, 496 yards of total offense to just 360 yards for John Carroll.
There was a lot that I'm sure Andy Waddle saw from his team that he liked today, and a lot that he saw that he didn't like today, but he knows that he's got a team that can play with anybody in this league.
Connor Vierstra ended up 34 of 50 for 395 yards. He had 2 picks, 4 touchdowns. Joe Collins, 16 of 21 for 1 interception and 3 touchdowns. He went for 217 yards. Bryce Agnew got held really in check today, 20 carries for 65 yards and no touchdowns. On the other side of the ball, a great balanced attack from Mason Sullivan and Evan McVeigh. Sullivan with 17 carries for 90 yards, and McVeigh 13 carries for 59 yards. Receiving for the Pioneers today, Dawson Snyder had a day, Jim. 15 catches, 164 yards. His long one was 34 and 3 touchdowns. Sierpatowski had a day as well, 7 catches for 82 yards, and Melchiori, 7 catches for 80 yards. On the John Carroll side, Lucas
DeRazio,
thank you, had 5 catches for 94 yards and a touchdown, that 48-yarder being the long one. Dorian Faison Jr., 4 catches for 32, and Brennan Few, 3 catches for 60. Again, our final score, John Carroll wins it on the road 31-28 over a very, very game Marietta offense. John Carroll now 6-0, Marietta 3-2 on the season. Thank you so much for being with us. Our next broadcast, by the way, is going to be on the 21st as Heidelberg comes to town. It will be homecoming. It'll be Jim Wharton and Mike Hayden on the call. For my partner, Jim Wharton, I'm Brian Nost. Again, the final score, John Carroll wins it 31-28. Thank you from all of us at CAS 45. We'll see you next time. Have a good day, everybody.